All right. Welcome everyone to a game of 5th edition D&D. I'm Alex Newton. I'll be your dungeon master for today. And just to skip some pleasantries, our adventurers will be crossing the Demon Sea to Anhis, and we'll be entering a small temple just right here for anyone who can see my screen. And the temple is kind of like a little, it's got a bridge that kind of just comes across here and is pretty noticeable, heads underground. And as you guys are heading into the forest, you guys know exactly where you're going. High Priest has told you where to go. And as you guys cross the bridge, why don't you guys introduce yourselves from the first person who would be in the lineup to the last person who would be in the lineup. So frontliners to backliners.
Who's going first? I feel like Revjack goes first.
I'm Matt. I'll be playing Aelin the Monk. He has a monastery outside of Illumina, which is hollowed, so all this talk of demons doesn't really affect him because demons can't appear on his land. He's just training people. Over time, he gets a few new students that, it's a monastery, so it's sort of training and manual labor with the gardens and that. He's helped training Gia in the way of the open hand, because that's the way she wants to go.
Yep.
And spending time with his son and significant other. Relationship has not been defined, so it's hard to explain.
All right, who's next in the lineup after Aelin?
That would probably be far next in lineup.
We'll say Revjack then.
Hi, Revjack. So my name's Chavo. I'm one of the cameo DMs, and I usually run Jubei games or one of the Growlux stuff or one of the other fuckery games. My character's name is Revjack. He is a level 7 battle master. His distinguishing characteristic is he likes to yell yes really loud all the fucking time and smash the shit out of stuff with his weapon. So basically a morning star on a 10-foot chain, and that's about it. Ready to smash some skulls.
I'll say that Jebediah would be next, third in the lineup.
Third in the lineup? Shouldn't I be like dead last?
Considering we have Reem as the serial, I'm going to be 120 feet away from you. I think that you're going to be a little further forward.
Hey, the whole blade singing College of Swords thing, I can move 50 feet around. I'll be behind you, I promise. My name is Will. I'll be playing Jebediah, meat shield number 3 in this game of exotic horrors. That's HORRORS. And Jebediah is a plainsman half drow. This is almost like home to him. It's far enough south.
All right.
And that's it for Jeb.
Sariel, you're taking the 4th in the lineup. Not really in the lead, but at least close enough to the front where you can give directions on where to go. The High Priest
I know exactly where I'm
trusted
going.
you. Yeah, The High Priest has
Okay.
entrusted you and only you with the instructions of how to proceed forward.
Oh, that feels nice. So I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Sariel. She's a Grave Domain cleric. Recently, she's sort of been quite quiet. She's been more trying to help with recovery efforts. She hasn't really gone out adventuring. However, when the High Priest approached with this particular problem, it certainly appealed to her expertise. So she's gathered up a couple of willing members, and they're venturing forward towards this temple.
All right. Douglas.
Great. Hi, everybody. I am Alex Blanco, and I will be playing Douglas Stilben. He is a Furball cleric, level 6 of Cord, the god of storm and bravery. A lot of shit's happened to Douglas recently. A lot of shit he doesn't like to talk about, but he'll talk about it. He'll definitely talk about it. But he just got over that hurdle. There's a lot of stuff that's happening. And you know what? He hasn't gone on an adventure in a while with Sariel, so he decided to tag along.
All right. Last but not least, Remus.
Yeah, hey, my name's Sandra. I'm going to be playing Remus. He is a high elf archer / ranger, / fighter. He has recently made a pact or a deal, like 2 deals with a demon, and has had his pieces or shards of his soul squished into his bow, which is now demonic of demonic origin. And that has some advantages and disadvantages to it, such as that he can't rest or can't sleep, and so on and so on. He's not really smart, but good hearted, I want to say. And he just tags along to gain more experience and see where this trail leads him.
All right. So as Aelwyn, directed by Sariel, tells you exactly where to go, you eventually come to what looks like a ziggurat out in the middle of nowhere. It has a large hole in the top of it, and it's quite large, probably extending to about 300 feet in length and 300 feet in width. You're not really sure what to be expecting in this place, and although it has steps up to the top, they are crumbled and deteriorated to the point where there'd be no way for you to climb them. However, the ziggurat, being just how designed the way it is, you can climb to the top if you so wish to use grappling hooks. However, the main important part is the large hole that is in front of it that has, it's not even steps, it's in up roots, like a sinkhole just happened, and it slopes rather steeply into what looks like an underneath of the ziggurat.
Are there up the side of the ziggurat where you said the steps were?
Yep.
Where you said we had to travel by grappling hook?
Basically, how a ziggurat is it's built like giant steps, except you wouldn't be able to take them because they're like 10 feet tall.
Are there spots to stop? Like, are there ledges?
Yeah.
Aelwyn just runs right up it. He can travel vertically.
Okay. You get to the very top. And
oh, no, I stop at about 45 feet and I toss down a rope.
Oh, okay. Anyone can climb this. It's not a difficult
it's not
challenge.
Difficult?
Each step is about 10 feet.
Okay. Well, yeah, he can run vertically right up it, so.
It's just showing off.
Yeah, you can. Anyone can climb them, but you just run them.
Yeah, like basically at the end of every movement round, he has to stop on a ledge because he can't stop. He can't be vertical, otherwise he'd fall.
Don't worry about rounds just yet. There's no combat.
No, I'm not saying combat. I'm just saying he runs up and sort of gets on the ledge and then keeps running up. Just,
Okay. Do you go to the very top?
sure, I'll check out the top.
Okay. There is a large hole that leads into the ziggurat, but with your dark vision, you can tell that that's all it is. At the very bottom is just closed off. It seems that the ziggurat, at the very top at least, is solid. So there doesn't seem to be anything much at the top of this level. At the very tip top, where it peaks, you can see that there is some sort of lens at the top, but it's been covered in dirt and overgrown with roots and vines from the jungle. And doesn't look like it would be shining any light inside anytime soon. And as you've already discovered, there's nothing there except solid rock. So even if there was something to shine through, it wouldn't shine any light into it. Seems more for decoration than any practical use.
We can see the pit, right? We can walk up to the lip of it, right?
Yep, you can walk up to the pit.
Could I see the bottom? Or no, it's just like pitch black.
Do you have dark vision?
Nope. Nope,
You can
thermal
see with the natural. Yeah, you can see the bottom. It's a little dark. The light lets you see the bottom, and it looks pretty rough down there. Some of the ziggurat rocks are down there, so you have to be careful jumping in. But besides that, after the initial sinkhole, it looks with a little bit of light you can have from the daytime, you can see the stone work that's under the ziggurat itself, but not too much further.
All right. I'll walk up to Remus and I'll say, hey, so I still really don't know the full extent to your whole demon pack thing. So could you just do me a favor while we're in there? Can you just be careful?
Sure, but I don't know what I should be careful of. Like,
Just everything, you know.
There's nothing to be afraid of, Douglas.
Well,
Zariel pauses and just thinks.
You say that now, and then we're surrounded by like who knows how many undead, and then you'll be sorry.
Well, sorry, but still not afraid.
Okay, all right.
Fear is a healthy response. I don't think you should cast it aside so quickly. Remus.
I don't need that. It's fine. I'll be good. But I appreciate the concern. That's really nice.
Do you have enough potions, by the way? I have some more if you need any.
Oh yeah, I would probably need some more. Like my stock went back to 15, so.
So I guess for everyone else, this would be their first time seeing the bow that Remus has, and just by looking at it, it emits a very eerie presence.
Oh, fantastic.
I walk up to him like, what is that shit?
It's very unnatural and unholy.
Oh, that's my new bow.
Yeah, it's not pretty. Gonna lie, it's very concerning, but
for the others,
it does enhance Remus's abilities. So we're just gonna let it be now because it's kind of too late.
It looks like an elven bow of great design and craft by any typical standard. However, where the arrows are supposed to be nocked, you can see a face inside of it that just glows bright red in a very rhythmic fashion, and the arrows go straight into its mouth, and when fired, it looks like it's just shooting them out of its mouth.
Oh, that's lovely.
Christ almighty.
It's freaky.
Yeah, Mr. Chapel, I don't really trust it, but it does enhance his abilities, and he he decided this is what he wanted, so.
Who the hell is Chapel? Fuck that guy.
Oh, sorry, Red Jack. Sorry, my bad. my B.
All right. So, Alan, you're at the top of the ziggurat. The rest of you are standing around this sinkhole. What do you do?
Let's see. I would probably. So, is there another way around?
Well, I mean, you can walk around the ziggurat.
So, you said there's a rope there we can climb up?
It climbs up to the top because Aelin threw it up there. They'll throw a rope down. It's a grappling hook.
I'll grab it.
only-
I don't have a grappling hook.
Oh, well,
don't?
it goes
The
about.
rope, and I
Not that you need it. You can.
I'll climb up.
Okay. You climb up easily. It's just 10-foot bricks that you just pull yourself up with. When you get to the top, eventually you see the same things that he does, except you can't see the bottom of the pit.
Okay.
And you see the lens. It's dirty, overgrown. Doesn't look like it has any use.
All right. Can I cleanse the lens? Or with my hand, like rub on it?
Yeah, you brush some dirt aside. It's not a lot of dirt. You wouldn't imagine that much dirt being up here.
Yeah.
And you push some aside, and underneath the dirt is stained glass. And not like it's stained from being dirty. It's like painted stains, like very expensive glass.
Okay. Is there any like specific designs on it or anything?
You'd have to clean it and cut all the roots out.
I'll pull out a dagger and start clearing shit away.
All right. You brush aside the dirt and you cut out all the runes and the roots and the vines. It takes you about 10 minutes if anyone else wants to do anything.
Sarah would actually like to go. Was I told by the high priest that it was below the ziggurat, or?
Yep, the ziggurat's where you need to go. He believes that undead are infesting this place.
Okay, so the steps leading up to the top, and you said the top is apparently solid, and then this is the only other entrance that we can see?
Yes, but none of your characters know that yet. Only Aelwyn knows that the top is solid.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Okay, of course. So I see the two people up the top clearing the rotating and clearing the lines. I see two people go up to the top. Can I not go very far into this? It's like, you said it's a sinkhole, or is it sort of like more of a downward slope?
It's more of a sinkhole. There's some jagged rocks at the bottom.
Oh, nice. Can I?
You're an elf, right?
Yes, I am an elf. I have dark vision.
Okay, you see further than Douglas does, and you can see inside there's some markings along the wall with some what looks like markers of graves.
Okay.
You find it strange that they would be inside the ziggurat, considering what god you serve. But
yeah,
that's where they are.
Okay, well, I would like to go and investigate that then. Can I see an easy way down, or?
Well, if you brought some rope and pittance, you can use those.
I have an explorer. I only have an explorer's pack, so I have the rope, but I don't believe that comes with pittance.
I have spare pittance.
Can Sariel borrow them to get down?
Sure. Here you go.
Cool. So I'm going to use them. I'm
so-
going to descending very, very slowly, carefully, keeping an eye out to make sure I don't, mess with any kind of ritual markings or whatever.
No, you go down and you don't mess with anything. You step on the rocks. They're very jagged and hard to walk on. walking on it now, it actually slows you down as you spend most of your time keeping balance and trying not to fall over. The rocks, despite being broken apart and fallen here, are very smooth still. But you cross it without any difficulty, and you're close to the markings. Looking at these markings, they have markings of a different language. Do you understand Primordial?
No, I do not. Damn it.
Sariel, what do you
So
see
these-
down there?
Some
Elwyn,
strange markings. Sorry.
seeing that she's going to the sinkhole, he'll follow.
Okay, you jump down.
I call back up to.
How deep is
Sorry.
this?
The sinkhole's maybe about only 20 feet deep.
Oh yeah, you can jump side. I am going to use my helm and cast comprehend languages on myself.
All right, let's head back to Revjack. Revjack, once you clear out the stained glass, make me a religion check.
All right. I got a 17.
Nice, Revjack.
Good.
Revjack
He
knows his
his
gods.
deities.
He's a smart fucker sometimes.
Let me- All right. This is a temple of Malar, god of the hunt.
Oh,
He is a chaotic evil god of hunting that focuses on poaching.
Of course he does. Fantastic.
poaching souls.
That's not his usual MO.
So what does he usually
It's
utilize for?
His symbol is that of where is it? A clawed paw.
Okay. I mean, let me rephrase. All right. So what does he utilize to, like, what are like his henchmen? What type of creatures? Or
His
people?
henchmen are usually poachers, from your understanding. Sometimes he takes possession of animals to exact revenge on people who worked against him, but those are just rumors. You're not sure how true those possessions would be.
So Revjack's finding this up alone at the top, right?
Yeah, he's just looking at this stained glass, just big lens that's on the top of this ziggurat.
So is there anybody within? Can I see anybody else around me?
They're 300 feet away down at the base.
Yeah, we went.
see
Alvin came
Amos,
back down to it.
Jebediah and Douglas just standing at the edge of the sinkhole.
Okay. Does it feel like it's pulling energy or anything, or is it just kind of decoration? Does it seem?
Roll me Arcana.
All right.
Challenge.
I got a 12.
Considering your class, I'm gonna say no. You don't really feel anything about this thing.
Okay.
There's light being drawn into it, but that's kind of natural considering it's midday.
Really? Okay. I'm gonna step back a little ways, about 10 feet, and I'm gonna swing my weapon and activate lightning lure and hit the top of it with lightning.
That is such a fighter reaction.
All right,
Hit it.
Revjack
I just
smash.
hit it until it starts doing things.
Do I need a roll to hit or just damage?
You hit it and it smashes into pieces. Considering your range, you don't have to worry about any of the glass flying around.
Okay.
However, after destroying it, you feel evil leave the object, and you can feel it seemingly marking you.
God damn
Hey,
it, man.
Ramjack,
It's
what
been
was that
5
noise?
minutes. It's
Mark
been
it.
5 minutes, guys.
Like coming in, like entering my body, you mean?
No, you feel the evil leave, but it feels like after the evil leaves, you feel like something is watching you. You look around and intently to see what it is coming from, and you can't make anything out.
All right. I'm gonna take out a shiny piece of metal that I have in my pouch and kind of angle it to where I can see through the broken top.
The broken top.
Yep.
Looking, kind of just aiming a reflective object towards the lens. You don't see anything at first. Make me a perception check.
Steak and cheese. All right, I got a 23.
You see hundreds of angry faces looking at you through each of the little shards that you've left smashed on the top of the ziggurat.
God damn it, man.
Good start, guys. Good start.
All right, so I'm gonna like stomp them with my foot.
Okay.
Just gonna chop them into smaller pieces. There are gonna be more faces staring angrily at
Actually,
you.
no, I'm not gonna use my foot. I'm gonna kind of wrap my chain around my meteor ball, so it's only like maybe like 2 or 3 inches, and I'm gonna like smash pieces of glass.
Their ire only grows as the intense feeling of you being watched only grows stronger.
So you don't like that shit, huh?
What was that? What was that smashing of glass? I'm kind of worried.
Right.
Was that
So
you,
I'm gonna
Sario?
use my foot, and I'm gonna push as much of the glass as I can into the hole, so it drops in.
You'd have to dig it up and then toss it over one of the bricks. The lens is in a bit of a depth as well, and it's not in the same hole as the sinkhole that's in the ziggurat.
Oh, okay. Can I reach the lens where I'm at if I?
Well, you can reach what was left of the lens, yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So what's past the lens? Is there anything else besides
Nope,
the faces?
just solid ground.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna take the biggest piece of the lens, and I'm gonna chuck it away from the opposite direction that everybody had moved through, and I'm gonna start like taking the pieces and throwing them out over the side.
Okay, you guys just see Revjack doing crazy things up on top of the cigarette.
I'm concerned. I'm
God
gonna start
damn it.
climbing up there.
Revjack doing Revjack things.
I'm gonna start climbing up there just because I'm concerned. And he has
Every
good
once in a while, you hear this "ha ha" and you see him stomp on something. Take that, ugly face.
Ellen, as you're completing your spell, you can start hearing the smashing glass above you at the top of the ziggurat, and the words align themselves into something you can recognize. And these are names of people. The names are seemingly many, even though there's only one marker. It looks like maybe about 5 names per marker.
These are gravestones.
Sariel's
no
wants to
idea
open
what
his-
language they're written in, but they're gravestones. Their names. That's all I know.
As you start hearing the smashing glass, you can feel the presence of creatures wanting revenge nearby.
Oh,
And the markers seem to be emitting that evil intent.
Fantastic. Can I just make sure that I get this?
You're welcome.
You just hear the shout from the sinkhole. God damn it, Revjack.
I love you.
Sariel's been studying the actual gravestones themselves. Can she recognize anything about like what maybe like what funeral rites may have been used, or if there's anything in particular about them that she finds strange?
Make me Make me a history check for the second part, but for the first part, make me a religion.
Okay.
Can I find some writing that isn't names?
Not where you're standing. It just seems to be grave markers.
I got a religion check of 18. And
yes, you know.
Sorry, yeah.
You don't really know if no, Malin does not use any burial rituals. Usually, you know that usually if you serve him and you are working at his temples, if you die, your body is likely to be used up completely.
Okay. And for the history check, I got a 16.
And that was, remind me what that was for?
I
have it on track of mine.
So I wanted to check if there was any burial rites. I wanted to check and see if there was. God, what even did I say? Does anyone else remember? Because all I remembered was like, okay, I've got to make 2 rolls. It's going to be fine. I think it was I wanted to check if there was any weird burial rites used or if I just noticed anything strange about them. I'm pretty sure what I said.
History. You're not native to the ancient forests, so I'm going to say no, you don't really notice anything out of place. This is a pretty foreign concept to you. Usually people get buried by themselves and, you know, have the right to perform on them. This place seems to have just by looking at them, you can tell that if considering that they even have markers at all, it looks like they just have their skull jammed into these little corners.
Cool. So do we see anything else in the sinkholes, or it's just the gravestones and the markers? Like, does it continue?
Well, as you two are down there, you notice that the hallway, like the opening that you guys saw, it actually continues further into the ziggurat, and it looks like there's some other openings that lead to the left and the right. The doorways are quite huge. And the hallway stops at a sudden... And the hallway also suddenly ends to a large stone wall. So it goes about 60 feet, then there's a large wall, and then there's on the left and right side, at the end of it, there's just 2 large open ways. No doors. Just perfectly carved in. The deeper that you go into this place, the more preserved things seem to be.
Okay. I'm going to call out of the sinkhole. I'm going to say, I feel there's an entrance to the ziggurat down here. I feel like this might be our best chance to get inside and see what's going on.
Jebediah is going to perform the action necessary in order to conjure Mr. Bigglesworth, his familiar, and he's going to send him down into the pit. Mr. Bigglesworth has 120-foot dark vision, and Jebediah can communicate with him telepathically.
Is Mr. Bigglesworth consider himself an animal, or is he a spirit?
He is
I think he's Fae.
Celestial.
Yeah, you can choose Fae or Celestial.
You can actually choose Fae, Celestial, or
Fiend, I think.
Wait, is it the direwolf?
No. But this one is celestial in nature.
Okay. He's looking at you like, this place is messed up, man.
Is that what he's communicating to me? This place is messed up?
Yeah, he's like, they do things to owls like me. Do I have to?
Like, this is fucked up, bro. You really just sent me down that fucking pit? Ugh.
Yes, knowing the nature of his familiar, he'll ask him to, or he'll command him to go down into the tunnel, but no further than 60 feet, and then fly back through looking around.
Okay, he says, "Oh, that shouldn't be too bad," and he flies in. Kind of just flies past Aelin. And he's looking around. Make me a perception check.
Sure. Let's see, so he gets advantage on perception checks using hearing and sight.
Yep.
So that's... First roll was a 17 plus 3, so that would be a dirty 20. And the second
Okay.
roll is a 17, so I got a dirty 20 either way.
He's looking around, and he's are you seeing through him, or are you just letting him talk to you?
I'm just letting him talk to me.
He says, "Oh, I see some more of these markings," and he kind of just peeks into, like, you can see him, like, I guess he has this tiny aura that you can kind of see him even in the pitch darkness.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking around the corner, and he says, "I don't really see anything else in here." And then he flies to the other doorway, and he says, "I see what looks like some actual, what are they called? This tiny owl brain is not good."
I got you.
He's like, they're the things that you put people in.
Coffins?
Coffins.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay. Once he gives me his little report, then I'll have him come back and just kind of sit on my shoulder.
Okay, he flies
told
back
us?
to you, and
I'll relay this information.
His long ears kind of peek back behind him. He's like, "We're not going in there, are we?"
All right,
Unfortunately.
let's go in there. That seems safe.
Remus
At
first.
this point,
Yeah, I'll go
at this
first.
point, I'll start heading down the rope, and I'll be asking Repjack, "Hey, what was that whole glass smashing thing?"
So Revjack, after
I don't know.
this
I
whole
can't
thing
hear you
went-
from up here.
He'd climbed up to you, man.
Well, come on down.
You're the next contestant on. We're going to die.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
come
coming.
on.
Yeah,
He starts like
Revjack,
jumping down.
you're just throwing this glass off the fucking ziggurat, and
Sucking it.
you just feel hatred, like a lot of just built up, pent up energy, just aimed right at you.
I'm really annoyed that one of the priests wasn't up there to tell him that fucking with another deity's temple probably is a bad idea.
He just said there was undead that needs to be slayed. He didn't know about the whole evil god thing.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't think I was told about the evil god thing. Well, while everyone's sort of starting to move down towards us or whatever, Sari would actually like to carefully move up to the junction between the two rooms. She'd then like to sort of kneel down on the ground. She's going to clasp the necklace around her neck, and she's going to cast Eyes of the Grave. So that means that I can know the location of any dead within 60 feet that are not protected from divination and not behind total cover.
Okay. It doesn't sense anything nearby.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll just wait for everyone else to catch up.
Oh, Remus has passed you. Like he ran into
Oh,
them.
okay. Which
Oh,
room did you
well
run
then.
into?
Remus, left or right?
Let me roll for this. Right.
All right, you run into the right. You see 3 coffins, and you probably see about 8 coffins, though 3 of them are made of stone and seem to be held in higher regards. The other 5 coffins are just in like little wooden boxes, just kind of stretched along the floor.
Huh. Well, that's a boring room.
On
There's
the other
nothing
side,
here.
along the same wall, there's another very clean cut hole that looks like it leads to another room.
Oh, okay. Well, then I turn around and I yell back at the group, like, I found another room here, like another hole. Like a secret door. Except it's not a door, it's just a hole. It's a secret room. Something.
Do you
Okay.
see anything bad?
Nope. Looks safe to me.
I don't sense any
Cool.
undead in the area.
There's nothing to be afraid of, Douglas.
I mean, okay. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yep.
I tend to Douglas and I say I don't feel any undead presence. If that allays some of your worries.
Well, that's a little strange. If they were, the high priestess was just wondering, just like all about this undead, and we haven't seen any. It's kind of a little weird.
It's of concern to me, that's for sure. She said that it seemed to be circling around this area. Where else could they be?
Is there anything in the coffins?
You want to open them?
Are they all
God.
closed?
Yes, they're closed.
Oh my god. My spell doesn't reveal undead under total cover, so if they've been closed, they could be in there, so warning.
I guess I'll wait for the others to catch up, but I will definitely open one.
Ooh.
Alright, Jebediah will climb down into the pit of despair and move
Douglas falls.
further into the tunnel of evisceration.
Mr. Bigglesworth shivers as you enter the boundary into the cigarette.
Security, I've got a fronting. The animals probably don't like this place.
All right. So you all head into the right room.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
I don't know, is it the correct room?
Yeah, we all head into the. Well, Remus is in there about to open a coffin, so do we want to leave him there alone or are we following him in? Sariel's hanging with Douglas. We're sort of having a discussion about what we know about
On a roll
Malwa.
of 50, Jebediah is going back to town. On a roll of 49 down to 1, he's going to go in the opposite room. And it looks like he's going into the room where Remus is.
Mute music, brother. Do your thing.
God damn it.
Okay.
So Remus, you're standing in front of this coffin.
Yeah,
It's,
did everyone catch up?
Sariel's not
everyone's
in the
fine.
Because
room.
I
sort of
want
hanging in the doorway.
them to see like what's inside too. Like I want to share this.
Is Sariel sort of standing in the doorway? Does she notice anything about these particular coffins?
Sure. Roll me another religion.
I will assist her on that.
Okay, cool. So that's a total 15.
No, nothing particular. There's some runes on them, and markings on the boxes and the other stone coffins. But besides, you don't know what they mean.
So they're not in a language I understand?
No, you understand what, like, they're not in a particular language. They're pretty much religious symbols.
Okay.
You've never seen them before.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I just wanted to look around the room. I'm still going to hang back sort of more towards the doorway. I'll just let Remus do his thing, and
I'll just when the others are there, I'll just open one.
Okay. You open one up,
Yep.
and inside is a dusty skeleton.
Ugh. Ugh.
we finally can't say that
that's
Remus doesn't
nothing.
like.
Just a dead guy. Like he turns around, like it's just a dead guy, and then he like. I don't know. Does anyone Does anyone want to take a look?
Sariel will move up and she'll take a look.
No, you can have all that mummy's curse plague BS. It's all you, buddy.
Oh,
Sarah doesn't want to touch it. She just wants to sort of look at the body if she notices anything in particular about how it might have been laid to rest, or if she notices anything that might indicate the presence of necromancy or anything like that.
Sure. How are you gonna do that? You gonna roll another religion?
Yeah, I guess.
Assistance.
Assistance.
Okay.
Oh, that's much nicer. So that is a total 21.
21. You couldn't tell what the boxes were, but considering just how everything is around here, you're not sure why this temple at the entrance would have markers for graves and just keep their skulls, and then suddenly in the next rooms they would just be keeping bodies fully.
Yeah, that is weird. Okay.
Oh, maybe
Seems
they're
very out of
vampires.
place.
Well, they're dusty bodies. If they're dusty bodies, they're not vampires. That's not how they work.
Very old vampires.
It's
They're
a possibility.
The skeletons, unfortunately, that's not how necromancy works.
And
Vampires,
this dude smells like ass.
it's just dust and bone.
Ugh.
Sariel is completely oblivious to what's freaking the rest of the people out. She's been around this kind of stuff the majority of her life. Literally was her job up until recently, and so she's just like, this is completely fucking fine. What are you people talking about? Yeah,
I
she's
trust Sariel. She knows the dead people a lot. She's really good with dead things. No, that's not. That's
Jack,
not.
are you in the room with them?
He was hanging with me in the
Red Jack?
doorway. I moved forward. Oh, Rev Jack.
Yes.
You in the room with them?
I came down and I entered the arena. Yes.
All right, make me a wisdom save.
Oh yay!
Oh,
Oh
fuck.
yes.
That's because of the thing he shattered.
Hey, you got marked by the fucking evil cunting god, man. Jesus Christ.
Don't die.
I rolled an 18, but my wisdom is a 19.
That could
All
be
right.
worse.
You are watching everyone, and they open up one of the coffins, and they're like, "Oh, it's a skeleton," and nothing seems to go wrong immediately. But after about a minute of them searching the room, you notice red visages of skeletal bodies all kind of just sitting up in their coffins. Nobody else seems to notice that this is even happening, and they all just kind of turn their bodies to look at you, and they just point their fingers at you. They seem to yell something at you, but it doesn't. It seems like you can't hear it, and just seems like a faint voice, as if they're yelling at you from a great distance.
Can I listen?
And
Can I hear what you say?
make me perception.
They're all gonna laugh at you. So that's a 16.
Okay. Make me another wisdom save, but at disadvantage.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, that sucks. So 4.
Oh,
You are standing there, and they say, "What's your background, soldier?"
Yeah.
Visages of lost comrades that you have seen before in the past of your life start taking hold of their faces, and they're all people that you've known for a long time but died when in battle, and they just whisper to you, "Murderer." And as they finish their sentence or word, they eventually just kind of a flash of light kind of takes over your vision, and they're gone.
That's gonna mess up my Cheerios in the morning.
Add a -2
Jack, you
to your
okay?
wisdom.
Huh?
Oh, God.
that's different.
-2.
Yeah.
So like my wisdom score goes down. Is that what you mean?
Yes. Your wisdom score goes down.
Sariel, don't touch anything.
I really don't want to touch shit, man.
Wisdom is our lifeline.
Basically, I'm just like, oh, God, don't you dare touch that.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'll move forward and try to look into the other room or doorway.
All right. And just one more note for Red Jack. As they kind of tell you this, their ire seems to diminish.
Okay.
Hey, Ravjack, are you okay?
Oh yeah. Just some baggage.
Remus, as you look into the other room, you feel like you're being watched.
I don't mind.
He likes the attention.
All right,
Well,
you look into the other room.
Can I see where from? Like, can I as you sometimes you feel like it's staring you back and you turn around and you look. Can I look around for that? Where the stairs
Make
are
me an insight.
coming from? Yeah, inside because I'm so good at that. 15. I'm impressed.
It feels like your bow is looking at you.
I look at it. Is it really?
No, it just feels like it is.
Huh.
Although now that you kind of look at it, no matter how you turn your bow, it's always looking at you. It's weird.
Huh. I stroke it. Well, maybe my bow's afraid. That makes sense.
So in the other room, there are more coffins. There's 2 large stone coffins, probably actually about 10 feet tall. You're not sure how wide they are, but they also look like to be about 10 feet in length. There's another 6 wooden coffins. However, these ones seem to be buried more deeply into the ground. And they're basically like you can't see the sides of them. You can only just see their lids. And following alongside the wall there's another opening. You can see the edge of a hallway. And that seems to go to the other end of the ziggurat. And another room across from that.
And well, I'll turn my head and tell him because they're still standing at the beginning of the first room. So
you turn to everyone?
Yeah, I look at them and tell them what I see.
Make me a wisdom save.
8.
Who's standing closest to her?
Probably no one.
Probably me. I'd moved up to where he was at the coffin to look at the coffin. So I imagine everyone else was back a bit further.
Okay. So Sariel is walking over to you as you turn your head to look at everyone, and you see Valerie Telvanthor's face, and she says, "You are weak."
No, I'm not.
What did you roll in the save?
8.
Okay. So you just every time she's as she says that to you, you don't feel anything, but your bow kind of quivers a bit. You have a -1 to your attack rolls.
Okay. I literally didn't touch anything. I was just looking.
Sarah in the other room just sort of hears something out of the corner of her eyes and just turns. So did you say something, Remus?
Yeah, I said I'm not weak.
No one said you are.
Stop looking at me like that.
Remus, are you feeling okay? I mean,
yeah, I'm
as
okay.
Douglas approaches, I'm going to need you to make another wisdom saving throw. As
17.
you see your father's face, and that's a 13?
17.
17? You see your father's face. You're used to seeing his face and him talking down to you. And instead of hearing Douglas's reassuring voice, you hear him say, going off to play with the barbarians again, are you?
Well, they're not barbarians, you know. They're like actually pretty decent people. Better
Wait.
than you are. Look at you.
He spits
Wait.
on you.
This is so depressing.
He spits on me? Like, does he
Yeah.
really do that?
Yes. The visage of your father spits on you.
Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna pull my bow out and I'm gonna point at him with an arrow.
Oh my god!
But
Whoa.
like threateningly, like I'm not gonna shoot. I'm like, don't you fucking dare do this again.
Put my hands in the air. I'm like, what did I do, Remus?
Sariel
pulls-
brings up her shield and she's just like looking really confusedly, but she's standing near Douglas, sort of trying to help protect
when
him.
they cover their faces and they lower them to kind of get a good eye on you, get a beat on what you're doing, the red visions of your parents disappear.
And
What
I
the
do
fuck,
see that
Remus?
it's Douglas and Serial. Is that okay? Well, I lower the bow again, and I'm like Remus is like visibly confused, like more than usual.
What the fuck were you pointing that at us for?
Yeah, that's not cool.
It's not
You guys
meant.
don't understand. That was not you. I didn't see you. You were someone else.
Who?
You just like this. Like I was spat at. Do I really have like saliva on my face or something?
No, it
Oh.
felt like it was there, but
Hmm.
it's when you wipe your face to see if it is, it's not there.
Do you
Well,
think you saw some sort of vision of some sort? Is that what you're?
Yes, like it wasn't you, Serial. I would recognize you, and I would recognize Douglas too. Like
hope you would.
but that wasn't you. Definitely not. And he puts like his bow away and shit, and he's like, I'm sorry. I thought you were like everything changed. You were not you.
That certainly is something to be concerned about.
Yeah, it's
Door slamming shut to set the mood.
yeah, it's okay, Remus. Just try to keep your head in the game. Anything.
Has anyone else seen these visions? I haven't noticed anything.
I haven't seen anything either.
Well, take a deep look into this room, and you'll see shit.
I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, I'm sorry on that one.
I'm gonna have to move forward. So they're only because he said that room. Remus, did we hear Remus shout back that the room continued before he got overcome by the visions, or
No, he was cut off.
okay? What do you see in the room? Does it?
It looks like kind of the same room, but like really big and a lot of coffins in there, but a little bit lower and stuff, a little bit fancy or whatever. I wouldn't be able to tell. I don't know.
It's almost like they're moving up in ranking. Don't want to move. I'm going to. Sariel will very slowly advance. I mean, she's a high elf, which means she has affinity for magic. She can she sense anything in like the air or like any kind of spells happening. Oh,
Roll me Arcana.
Jesus, I'm really bad at it. Yeah, that's a 5, so no.
No.
No. Okay. It's been a while since she's tried to look for magic. She's not really into it anymore. She's moved into divinity. Okay. Sarah will move forward into the next room.
All right. Make me a wisdom save.
Okay. That is a total of 16.
16.
Yeah. Okay.
You enter the room and you walk around Remus, and you look inside, and you see a long chain hang from the ceiling. And when you look down at the bottom of it, you see a person hanging by a large meat hook that's just piercing his head,
Ugh.
hanging him off the floor. It's swinging silently, little creaks, blood dripping down from his entire body. There's this
You-
small stream of blood just dripping from his feet and creating a pool of blood below him.
Sariel, all you guys hear is Sariel scream and just watching her scrambling back.
I immediately run forward if I hear her scream.
Okay. You run in there, and you don't see anything. You just see these coffins, and very large coffins.
Wait! What's wrong? What's wrong?
You can't see that?
See what, Remus? I mean, I know his bow's creepy, but I mean, nothing to scream about.
No,
Wait, what? Dude, I'm right here.
Well, I'm talking about the bow, not you.
Sorry, I was actually having trouble talking. She's like when she scrambled back away from whatever she's seeing, she's like fallen like onto the floor, and she's just like pale and shaky.
Whoa. Are you okay?
You honestly don't see anything?
No, nothing.
Remus walks up too. He's like, "See what?"
Sariel closes her eyes and sort of breathes, and she's clutching at the necklace that she always has around her neck, and she's just muttering under her breath fervently. I think this place is messing with our minds. I'm starting to understand what Remus was going through. I'm seeing something, and it's not pleasant.
I knew I wasn't going crazy.
And Sarah's she's just like breathing, like she's managed to, she's pulled herself up on the floor. She's like sort of like, hands around, like arms around her knees, just sort of head resting on her knees, and she's just like breathing.
I'll just start comforting her. I'm like, hey, it's okay. Whatever you saw is just not there. Okay, so it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all gonna be fine. Nothing to be afraid of. It's just your mind.
Yeah, of course it is. She stands up and she faces well away from what it was, and she's we might want to find out what's going on here soon then, if that's going to keep happening.
Yeah. I'll call to the rest of the guys and say, I think we're gonna keep going.
Okay. You all
Jebediah will move forward.
Okay.
Just take out the rear.
You all,
Kind of looking around, trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
yeah, the Remus and Sariel and Douglas
Acting strange.
Yeah, people are acting strange. So you get into the next room with the large coffins. What do you guys do? There's nothing interesting jumping out at you. Just
Make an investigation roll, I guess. Like, search around.
I'm not opening up a damn captain.
Hell no, I ain't doing that. It's sacrilegious.
Mm-mm.
Taboo.
Especially for, 28 on investigation.
You don't. There's not really much to look at in this room, but when you're looking at some of the stone coffins,
Yeah.
Normally these things would be airtight, and probably have mummies in them, so that their bodies don't decay and last as long as they can.
Right.
However, these bodies are very like these stone coffins. They're very loose, and when you look at kind of the edges of them, like they don't have the little indents to secure them in place,
Right.
so that makes them harder to move. These ones are actually made flat, like they like maybe kind of expecting people to kind of push them off.
Would Jebediah actually know the difference between the first mentioned sarcophagus and these sarcophagi?
The ones in the first room are just for smaller people. You don't know who or what would be put in these ones.
No, I
These
mean
ones are for
the difference between the designs of the sarcophagi. One being to hold the stones in place, hermetically sealed, so that the decay process is slowed, versus these here where they're either expected to be pushed open, or if I'm thinking as Jebediah, looks like maybe they're not secured so that they can be pushed open from the inside. You know, would Jebediah have that kind of knowledge of sarcophagi?
I would say, considering he's from a nomad of traveling warriors, he probably wouldn't. But that's what he does notice, is that if someone were happened to be stuck inside, they'd be able to push it out.
Well, Jebediah is going to point this out because it's kind of weird.
So what did you point out, sorry?
Jebediah is pointing out the fact that these sarcophagi are not, the tops are not secure. Like it's almost like they're designed to be open, not closed.
Yeah,
Or
that
not
was
kept
really easy
closed?
shoving it off. It was really easy opening that.
It's supposed to be, from what I know, it's supposed to be airtight. I don't know what their rituals are. Followers of Malan don't typically get buried. The fact that these graves are even here is strange.
Are you sure this is a temple of Mulan?
Did I metagame that? I swear that somebody told me that.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, thank God.
It was anyway.
I was just like, oh shit, did I fuck up? No. No, it is. This is a temple that is dedicated to him. He's the god of hunting. He's evil, and his followers, they don't get buried, they get used, for lack of a better term. There's not usually anything that remains.
So typically followers of this Mulan are harvested.
Effectively. Do I know what like, the bodies are used for? I'm sort of had assumed like cannibalism or bait or something.
No, you haven't really gotten a good look at their bodies. Nobody wants to open the coffins.
Oh no, I meant from my knowledge, because I know that I know that typically the bodies are used, and that's why these bodies being here is weird.
So
So I just what are they typically used for when they're not, because they're not usually buried? What are they typically like? Do they eat them? Do they use them as bait? Do they?
You wouldn't know that.
So you want me to open more coffins?
Please don't do that.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they do with the bodies. All I know is they usually aren't bodies to be found.
I'm gonna go over to Aelwyn and I'm gonna ask, have you seen stuff like this before? Just because everyone's kind of acting just off. Like, Sariel doesn't freak out like that. Douglas, not Douglas, that's me. Remus was about to shoot me with his creepy bow, and I heard some breaking glass, and then Revjack's like, no, it's fine.
Yeah, Rivjake, what happened?
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, he said it was dandy. But he was like, never better. I don't know.
Revjack's just kind of thinking. He's like, no, when I walked in, I seen some people that I knew. I know they're dead.
Oh, wait, you saw stuff too?
Yeah, I saw those skeletons were red. And they pointed at me. I think they were pissed because I broke the glass up there. They can kiss my ass.
Well, I mean, why'd you break it?
I don't know. Sometimes you just destroy shit and it helps out. Maybe sometimes it doesn't.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, I
Can we
really
all
don't
make
have a
an
response.
agreement to not destroy the evil god's temple unless there's no other options?
Wait, this is an evil god temple.
Did you
Yeah.
not just hear me talking to Ravjack?
It's kind of
to Jebediah.
out of the hunt.
I say we take off and nuke the site from orbit. It is the only way to be sure.
You're speaking a lot of wizard lingo that I don't understand.
Rev's just like, Death Star, yeah!
Sorry, couldn't help it. Jebediah is going to probe a little bit deeper into the room, into the next room. This one's connected to a corridor, correct?
Yeah.
So Jebediah is going to look down the corridor.
Okay, as you're doing so, Douglas and Alan, you two feel as if the ire of something powerful is looking towards you. Jebediah, as you're looking down the hallway, you have dark vision?
Yes, 60 feet. The owl has 120.
You, at the very end of the hallway, you see what looks like some stairs descending down even further. More grave markers like in the other hallway lining the walls.
Down this corridor, there are more stairs. It looks like this place goes deeper.
That's
Alright.
not good shit.
Let's go.
Okay, I'll keep going.
Sariel's just hanging with Douglas. She's just keeping close to people.
I'll just have my arm around her, just be like, it's okay. It's okay.
Maybe we just need to like slowly count to 10 and then like close our eyes and open them again and then we're good.
So where's everyone right now? Tell me the lineup as you guys head towards the stairs.
I think Jebediah was first.
6.
Sariel and I are together, so wherever
I would
we
probably
are.
be in front of them
Okay.
and behind Jeb.
So you guys get halfway down the hallway. Aelin, where would you be at? Very front?
Yeah. And just so you know, my mic's been broken for the last 10 minutes and you guys have not noticed.
Oh.
Douglas tried to talk to you, and I was just like, "Oh, he must be away from his computer."
I feel
Try to
bad
say
now.
something to you.
Douglas and Aelin, make me wisdom saving throws.
No.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
25.
9. Rolled a 2.
You feel something trying to probe your head, but after a while it gives up. Douglas, what'd you roll? 5?
9.
No.
9.
9.
9.
Yes.
Douglas,
Children.
you are standing with Sariel when suddenly she disappears. As a matter of fact, everyone disappears. And you lose sight of everything. Everything goes dark. You feel something in your arms, but you don't see it.
Hello?
Yes. Is everything okay, Douglas?
What
And
I hear.
Sariel reaches out and she sort of grabs his hand. Are you okay?
You
What I
can feel
hear
and
or
see,
feel
you
that?
can feel and hear all this.
Where'd you guys go? It's all dark now.
I'm right here. It's dark.
Wait, no, I mean, I can feel you. I can't see you, but I can feel you, and I'll just start slowly just backing up.
The darkness encroaches, and at this point, you only see a 5-foot floor of stone around you.
Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh.
Sariel keeps a hold of his hand and doesn't let him back up. She's putting her other hand on his cheek. She's, can you feel me? I am here. Whatever you're seeing isn't real.
That's all I can see. I can't.
Count to 10.
Close your eyes and match your breaths to mine.
He's just hyperventilating at this point, and I'll just try and close his eyes. Just
You close your eyes, and all you see is fire.
Don't close my eyes! Don't close my eyes! Don't close my eyes!
Okay, it's okay. And I grab his hand. I put it against my chest and try to match your breaths to mine. Focus on taking deep breaths. And I'm just basically walking through my basic way to try and stop someone from hyperventilating.
Do I feel it? I feel her chest?
When you open your eyes again, everything's back to normal. Your speed, your effective tactical speed is reduced to 10.
To 10?
Holy shit.
Ooh. 10.
So after this experience, you just see Douglas's legs just quivering. Like they don't want to cooperate with him.
Oh, I didn't write down anything from mine. Was I okay? Other
Yeah,
than
you're fine.
freaked out. Okay, good. It's good. Are you okay, Douglas? Are you with us?
Yeah. Now I am. I'm just a little. Yes. Is it alright to say that I'm scared?
It's completely fine. Everyone gets
Okay, yeah, because I'm real scared now.
There's nothing to be afraid of. It's just in your mind.
I hope so.
Mind is a scary place.
Revjack will walk over to you and like shake you a little bit. You're like, you all right? He'll give you a Charlie horse. Here, can you feel that?
Ow.
Charlie horses.
I'm sorry. What's a Charlie horse?
All right, Jebediah, you feel the ire of something staring you down. You guys continue down the stairs. Aelin, despite the ire not being able to get into your head, it still seems to be keeping its eyes on you.
Is there any... Am I able to read anything as we go?
You're walking along, and as you go down the stairs, you start seeing some symbols along the walls. However, they're not in... Hold on a minute. What are you doing over there? Puppy?
I'm just like, what are we doing over where? Where did we go?
He's just lurking in the darkness that is our basement.
Okay.
Come here. All right. You notice some symbols, but they're not a proper language. You can give me a religion check at advantage.
I got a 12.
All right. You make out some of these things as but for the most part, the only word you really understand is just keeps repeating fear.
Of course it does.
As you descend to the bottom of the stairs, you eventually come across a very large room. There is it goes about 120 feet long, and at the very end of it, at the very end of the 40 feet, it opens up, and you see 6 kind of pedestals with skulls on it. And on each side of the room before that, there is 4 rooms, seemingly with really old-looking beds.
Real looking beds?
Yep.
Is there anything in the beds?
Nope.
Okay.
Looking around, you see that these beds have been, in fact, recently used.
Recently,
But
fantastic.
they've been recently used, but when you look around to see what might have been using them, there's nothing around. It doesn't look like anybody's been here besides just the beds. Blankets are messy, and they're surprisingly clean. No dust. Recently used, but everything else is like everywhere else.
Great. Cool.
I'm so confused by this place.
It doesn't make any sense from what I know. It makes no sense.
It's not.
Right.
Nothing makes sense here. Nothing.
Does anyone have any visions? Something weird? Jab, Elwin. I mean, you guys are due, kind of, because we all had them now, except for you guys.
No, I had mine. I just resisted it.
Oh, well, that's good to know. Good job, Jeb.
I feel a malevolence. I have never felt such before. This place is truly evil.
Certainly does feel that way. Doesn't
Seen
surprise me,
anything?
but it doesn't feel great.
If you are speaking of visions, no.
Yeah.
I have only
Oh.
seen what I can with my eyes.
Make me a wisdom saving throw, Jeb.
We're gonna see some now.
Tempted fate.
19 plus 3, 22.
Oh my god.
Never mind.
How is everyone but the clerics rolling really good wisdom saving throws?
I have
I
a
rolled a
plus
7.
9.
I rolled a
So-
7. So.
You have a +9? How do you have a +9?
Because of resilience?
Oh, because you're a high level. I forget. Sorry.
Redonkulus.
I'm a monk that took the resilient feat, so I have my
Nice.
proficiency.
All right. Jebediah, you are kind of looking ahead, and on the other side of the room with the pedestals, you can see shadows. These shadows seem to take shape of what seems like tribesmen, as well as a familiar-looking creature. You can't hear anything that they're saying, and another tribesman stands behind the other, what looks like kobold, and an argument ensues. But just before the conclusion of it comes, the shadows fade.
Perhaps I spoke too soon.
Well, great. Now we're all seeing things. That's
What'd you say?
fantastic.
Did you see something?
Indeed, I did.
Aelin, make me a wisdom save.
He wants you. He wants you.
I want everyone.
But
24.
but
Let's say.
just make it DC 30.
Well, then technically, you guys have to roll the same DC I do, unless
Yeah.
you have something different from me.
No,
Yeah,
I was kidding.
Let's not do that. Okay.
No, that was just.
Aelin, you start hearing the voice of Estra in the room behind you, which is impossible because you know she shouldn't. There's no way she could be here.
Can I try and focus my mind?
You can certainly try.
I'm going to dispel frightened condition.
Okay. You channel your thoughts, and her voice just fades away. So, 4 rooms, and at the very end of the room that you're standing in, there are 6 pedestals with skulls on them.
Is there any writing that I can read with my helm?
No.
Wait,
Sarah's
there's
just
just
keep-
gonna Sarah's just gonna sort of like start continuously casting resistance on herself.
Okay, so doing that. The only word that you make out is similar to the one that you were reading down the stairs. You just see the word fear, fear, fear.
Can I try to read them? I think you said it was religion, like a religious symbol.
Make me a religion check.
Religion checks. Oh, that's not too bad. That was good. Okay, so that's 22.
These seem to be this temple. Now that you're kind of looking back at all the writing that Aelwyn kind of directs you to,
Yeah.
this seems to be some sort of rite that servants of Malin had to go through so that they could conquer their fears and not have to worry about the guilt that they face by not only mercilessly killing animals and poaching their bodies and having to deal with perhaps their angry spirits, but the spirits of people that may be angry at them. For poachers often encounter a lot of other people and are forced to also kill them. This seems to be some sort of testing grounds to weed out their weaker-minded clerics to their stronger clerics.
I quickly relay this and say it sounds like that explains visions. It sounds like we're experiencing this right for ourselves.
Oh, look, that makes sense because it's like 6 pedestals and we're like 6. So
I don't know if that's what those pedestals are. Can I see? Can I try to see if I notice anything strange about the pedestals from the distance that I'm currently at, or would I have to get closer?
You have to get closer.
Of course I do. She doesn't want to leave the main group at the moment. She's not going to do that.
Okay. So
well,
do you
I'll
guys
go
get
ahead
closer?
with you.
Jebediah is gonna investigate one of the rooms that have like the beds and whatnot in it.
Okay. No need to roll. There's not much to look at. You step in front of one of the rooms. You see the used beds. You see a weapon rack, but the bow inside is strangely used. It's really bad looking. The quiver that it has, they're all, when you look through the arrows, they're all stained with really old blood. And it seems that there's like a tanning rack in each room.
Mm-hmm.
Make me a nature check.
$22.
You realize that the tanning rack has very new leather, and this leather is made of the hide of people.
Oh, really, man?
If you were have to guess, it's about 2 weeks old.
I don't want that jacket.
This hide is new. Somebody has truly been here. It is not just visions. And what is worse, that hide is made from a person.
you just see Cyril's face, like it's slowly been returned to color, especially with the knowledge that these are definitely visions, and where it's a ride, and it's fine. They're all fake, and it'll go away, and you just see her face just start to pale again, and she's just sort of head in her, like she just has a hand on her forehead, and she's just like, it's fantastic. That's great. That's great news. It's wonderful. The lady said the high priest mentioned undead. She didn't mention a ziggurat of horrors. But yeah, this will be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll be fine.
As you approach, as you are searching the 4 rooms, you are kind of forced to get closer to the pedestals. And now that your dark vision can those who have dark vision can kind of see further along the hall room. At the very end of across from the pedestals, there is a large idol of Milan.
Yeah.
A large what? Excuse me?
A large idol. It's like a big
statue.
metal version of his symbol. And at the around the base of it, there's candles and some effigies made out to him. And just under that, you see what looks like a torn apart carcass.
Can I
Nature check to see what it is.
Yeah. A caucus.
It's a man, baby.
It is indeed a person.
Mm.
Considering the hide of the body you just found and the structure of the body, you would presume that it's a human.
So you'd presume it's not overly obvious. It doesn't
But
matter.
does-
Stariel still stumbles back a couple of steps. It's fully white. She makes a gagging noise. She turns away.
Does it still have its skin?
Nope. It's peeled right off.
Ah,
All you just
well,
see is its muscles and
I-
sinew.
there's your hide, Jim.
Yeah, I found the skin. How?
Well, that's
yeah,
nasty.
would it seem like approximately how fresh the armor would look? Like how fresh the body is?
2 weeks.
Yeah, about 2 weeks, according to the skin that's on the tanning rack back there.
That's
I think-
fantastic.
I think these might be the people that originally came here and brought interest, and something happened, and then the high priestess got concerned of their.
Maybe this
Um,
dude failed his rite, like his introduction rite to get into the brotherhood of this evil deity. You know.
Sariel
Yeah.
takes some deep breaths and she moves over to the body and she quickly does a right over him to send him towards wherever he's supposed to be going to sort of safeguard his body and spirit, and immediately backs up again. Just, whatever happened to him wasn't kind. Either he was a follower that failed his test and was punished. Maybe he was just an innocent maybe it was an innocent passersby that was caught by these people. It's impossible to know.
Yeah, you can only hope that he was killed before he was skinned. Poor dude.
Maybe.
Thank you for that thought, Remus. That's fantastic.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
Well, we obviously know that there was someone here.
Or
The
something.
beds were recent. The rooms were quite clean, and the beds were recently
So
disheveled.
this thing is dead, right? He's not just like sleeping and.
I got no skin, man. What the fuck?
He's not just waiting.
When I moved up to cast sort of like a funeral rite, did I notice that he was probably like still breathing in some way? Which I think he was definitely dead.
He's definitely dead.
Oh, that's good. There we go. Didn't miss that. That's a positive.
That still would have been choice if he was like, nope.
Just like, help me. Oh God, I don't even know if I can help you from that, man.
Why are you trying to bury me? I was trying to take a nap.
It's not much I can do to bury him here, but I make sure I say the prayers that I've learned, and I'm trying to send his. Not necessarily. It doesn't necessarily send them anywhere good, but it safeguards their soul as they travel towards wherever they're supposed to be going. It's just the polite thing to do, regardless of their life. Do I notice anything about the idol?
The idol has very malicious energy around it.
Of course it does. I back up towards the rest of the group and say that the idol feels evil, just so evil.
I could probably figure out what it is.
If you'd like to try.
You do
Okay. Maybe I don't know. I feel there was a voice in my head saying that now I shouldn't. Okay, I'm gonna shakily go down to my knees, and I'm gonna use my Firbolg trait, and I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Yep. You definitely sense necromancy around you.
Oh, it's hey, well,
You also sense some divination.
okay. Well, there's just magic everywhere here.
All kinds of magic.
Well,
Necromancy and divination.
la-di-da.
Hearing the word necromancy, Sariel's vision almost clears slightly. Like now she's feeling a bit more purposeful. She's able to push past a lot of the stuff that she's been seeing.
And what am I getting more off of the statue? Like what kind of school?
You're
Necromancy?
not sure. They blend together too well.
The statue's a little just wonky.
Remus, make me a charisma save.
Oh, shit.
Sure. I have +0 on that, so that's good. 18.
Ooh, yeah.
Damn.
All right.
Here's a happy tard.
Yep, I am.
Your bow can't keep a hold of itself anymore, and your sense of fear returns to you.
Oh. Well, I'm peeing myself.
Oh no, Remus, not again.
I'm sorry.
I told you.
You're not frightened. It's just that your regular standard emotion of it is returned to you.
Well, still, I'm pretty damn scared of this place. Like I would be freaking out actually. So, yeah.
I told you Sundays, Sariel and I do laundry. You can still join. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, probably. I'll just give you those pants. They're kind of wet now. Fuck.
I think you just need to have to
How
stick
well
with
do you
it.
think I could destroy the symbol?
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Let's not destroy everything we see.
Let's not piss off a deity in his own house. Let's all agree that pissing off a god that is chaotic evil is probably not the best thing to do in the first place, let alone in a place of his that is dedicated to him and his worship.
From what you can tell, it just looks like it's made of iron. You could probably break it.
Woohoo! Well, he doesn't like me anyways.
Oh gosh. Both Douglas and Sariel just face plant simultaneously.
just hope.
Considering Ellen didn't make anything out loud, he goes over to the stand and punches it.
As you walk over to strike it, you hear Estra again in the background. She says, "Hey, where are you going?"
You're not real.
Come here. Come here.
I'm going to use my action to stillness of mind.
Okay. It goes away.
Gonna go back to destroy it.
You hear her voice again. We're right over here. Come over.
I'm not going to stillness of mind. I'm just going to ignore it and just try and destroy it.
Okay. You look back to it, and you just see this grassy field. You're standing there looking ahead, and you just see them. Estra holding her child, standing out in the middle of the field.
All right. So can you, Sariel, can you bless this water for me?
Certainly. And I muttered something nice and quick over the.
Do you have the ceremony spell?
Oh, is it a ceremony spell? No, I do not. I didn't realize it was a spell that I had to have.
I just want it done. It doesn't have to be a spell.
Oh, it has to be a spell. It's specifically a spell.
I know. Well, I understand that, but I mean, mundanely, I just want her to bless the water for me.
Okay, she can speak some words to it, but it won't do anything.
I know,
Oh,
that's
I'll,
fine.
I'll, I'll even
To me,
speak
I'm
in
just like,
Celestial to make you feel better.
that's fine. And I'll sprinkle it around on top of my weapon, and then I'm gonna try and smash the shit out of the idol.
Okay, you look down and sprinkle your meteor ball with your holy water, and when you look up, you're inside. You're at a battlefield. Hundreds, if not thousands, of corpses around you.
All right. Where's my closest enemy?
You see them running towards you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna orient myself to the closest enemy. That's where I believe where the idol was before I lost my bearings, and I'm going to attack.
Okay. Everyone else who sees those two run up to try to attack it, they have fallen onto their knees and have dropped everything that they're holding. They seem to be lost in themselves.
Stillness of mind. Get rid of frightened.
You
Huh?
stand back up again, and
Okay.
you realize Rev Jack seemed to have the same idea, but now he's stuck on his knees too.
Yeah, this place is a hellhole. Like, who had the idea to get here?
Yeah, I second that.
Can I talk still, or am I like just stuck?
You are busy. You are preoccupied with slaying as many foes as possible.
All right.
After a while of what seems like a few minutes of fighting these easily slain foes, your allies show up and they start fighting at your side.
All right. I wonder if you'll let me use Commander Strike. It's a superiority die. It just adds D8, and I can command somebody to attack. It lets them attack right then and there. Would that be anything that could help?
Yeah, you can tell one of your allies to attack the enemies coming towards you.
Oh my god.
All right. So I'll do that to the one on my right, which I think would probably be Aelwyn.
Okay, you use it on somebody to your right. It's one of your friends. You remember him in one of the biggest battles you ever took place. You remember it doesn't end very well. He runs up and he slices somebody and kicks him off his sword, and all of your friends let a hearty laugh.
All right. Then I'm gonna tell the rest of them the same thing. Come on, men. We don't live forever. A hall awaits. He's like, help me up. I'm like, help me up so I can attack too.
Okay, they help you up, and you start moving forward to an enemy encampment. As you start getting close to it, you remember how this happens. You take a couple arrows, and you fall down to your knees, and your allies, they circle around you, and as they raise their shields in a classic turtle formation, they don't know, none of you seem to know where they're coming from. And suddenly you just hear breaking glass and fire just coming down around you. And it doesn't take long before all your friends keel over. The assailants make themselves known. And we'll stop right there. The rest of you just see Revjack on his knees, kind of flinching, his face kind of going pale. As he just sits there quietly to himself. He kind of yips sometime, like a dog having nightmares.
Remus, help me pull him back.
How close am I to the
All right.
can't remember. What is it called?
Idol.
It's the idol of Milan.
Yeah. How close am I to the idol?
How low is what?
How close?
Close E.
How close?
Oh, you're within striking distance, as
Uh,
you've been this entire time.
Thunderwave.
All right. Everyone who's near the idol, which I believe is everyone, make Constitution saving throws.
I didn't move forwards. I think. How far is the thunder wave?
15 feet.
I actually ran
It's
away.
everyone
Like,
who's in front of me in a cube. They're all
Oh,
behind
okay.
me.
I'm well aware of that. Everyone make Constitution saving throws except for Aelwyn.
12.
21.
All right.
Douglas is my friend because he has higher constitution than me.
that is 13.
Does that beat your spell DC?
My DC is 16.
So roll for damage. People who fail the save take damage and get knocked back, and those who make the save take damage. Half
Take
damage.
half. 15 points of damage.
Oh my god.
7 for half.
So you cast the spell at the idol, and when you complete the spell, the idol seems to siphon from you and completes it itself. And it doesn't even aim it at you. It hits everyone else. And it seems to, you can't see, there's no visible eyes on it, but it locks eyes on you. And it seethes with hatred.
Can I pick it up?
Teach.
You can
Sorry.
try.
This would be good on my bookshelf.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Sariel stumbles back, sort of clutching her chest, and she moves back, go back.
All right. You hear the visions. You hear voices again, except this time it's Estra. She's screaming and she seems afraid, as if she's just been recently attacked.
Stillness of mind.
How many times do you get this spell? Because I feel like you're going to need it more often than this.
It's a monk ability. I use my action to dispel charm or frighten or both. I can dispel them by using an action.
Well, I'm keen for G to
Okay.
reach that level.
The visions fade, and you're back on your knees.
Am I
I'm
holding it?
already pulling. I'm
Nope.
trying to pull Revjack out of his whole trance thing.
I drank a potion.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll do the same. Start early. Gotta start early.
And I cast Longstrider.
Okay. You cast Longstrider on yourself.
Yeah. Using a key point. My speed is 120 feet. Using a key point, I can travel 240. I leave.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Fucking
what?
He just fucking books that shit. Sariel had moved like 27
I
feet.
can go 360 if I have my main action dash.
It's just, you clear me entirely. I'm just, what the fuck?
He
Yeah,
hits us and then he bolts.
Yeah, he.
Don't know how I feel about that. Not positively.
How far do you go back? You can pretty much almost leave the temple if you wanted
I'm
to.
leaving the temple.
Oh, wow.
you get to the end of the hallway. Like, I would say halfway down the first hallway that you came through.
I'm not stopping until I leave. I have a lot of speed, and
I
I
was
can
just seeing if
travel
anyone-
vertically.
I just want to see if anybody else want to do anything. Yeah.
Hey, what
Can
the
I- can I-
heck? What
Who
the
took
heck?
off after casting Thunderwave?
Ow.
That's
Yeah.
weird. Maybe he had a vision too. And he's freaking out right now, which is totally understandable. I am too.
Yes.
So are we broke? Did we break out of that ship, or we're just?
I think you're still in it, man.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Am I still in the?
I was trying
Yep.
to pull you out.
Rev Jack, your horrible nightmare ends as instead of you, as you remember it, getting up and smashing all the faces of all your enemies, your fear ends when they just leave you to die in a heap of your own bloody mess. But when you wake up from that terrible nightmare, you are just in front of everyone around you.
Frederick,
All right.
you all right?
Nah, I'm fucking pissed. And I stand up and I'm gonna attack the fucking idol.
Oh my god.
Dude, even I know that's a bad
Please
idea.
don't do that.
Like
Okay.
I'm like everybody get out.
Don't tell me
Jebediah
twice.
is going to look
The
at
idol's not
one of
there.
the skulls.
Hmm?
Jebediah is going to
Elwin took the idol.
Oh, you did.
No, you didn't touch it. You didn't touch it. Every
didn't
time you
touch-
reach to touch it, he puts you in the trance.
Oh, I asked you if I was holding onto it, and I heard yes.
No, I
Oh, then
said
I
no.
wouldn't have
I
bolted.
said you were on your knees.
Hmm.
So he's still there. He's just kind of locking eyes with this idol, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so he didn't
Gone.
use a key point and cast a spell and run away?
No,
Okay,
that was all because I thought I was trying to get rid of the idol.
I got you.
Since
Well,
attacking wasn't working, I was going to try and move it.
Can I hug it? No.
Jebediah is going to investigate the skulls.
They have small inscriptions on the skulls.
Sarah will move over and try to read them.
Is it in common, elven, orc, or giant? Or
It's
thieves'
in-
cant?
It's in their religious text, which
So Sarah
Yeah,
will come
don't
over
know that.
and look at them.
Assist.
so you don't need to roll. You already deciphered the language from before.
Oh, okay. Good.
A rough translation of it is face your fears, fight your ghosts, then become a stronger hunter.
I wish to become a stronger hunter. I relay this to the others and ask what they think that we need to do.
Yeah, I think it wants us to like do the right thing, or like, are there any other chambers or whatever that we haven't checked out yet?
I close my eyes and I give into the probing.
Okay.
I didn't think he was expecting you to do that.
Okay. Since you're already this far and since you're giving into it, I'll just show you what you all have to do. Alan, you give in to a subtle possession. And as your eyes glow red and you walk away from the idol, you walk over to one of the pedestals and you read the phrase on the skulls, face my fears, face my ghosts, to become a better hunter. And then you are locked into a trance, and you are sent visions, just as the idol has tried to previously send you before. You're just standing in your monastery. The grass is very tall. Well, it's not too tall. Nobody seems to be around. The flowers are blooming, and on the very far end of the garden, you maybe about 500 feet away, you just see Estra walking around with her child.
I go over to her.
All right. You start walking over to her, and you approach her easily. Nothing happens, and you are holding her in your arms, and you and her start holding a conversation. You're not really sure what the conversation is, as it just comes into your ears as low mumbles, but you seem to be enjoying it. Roll me a wisdom save.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
The one time.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, fuck no.
Join the
got a
club.
Shit.
Join the
Inspiration.
club. By who?
You're enjoying a conversation, and suddenly her eyes go wide, and you feel something hit you. And just as you get up to fight, you just start feeling blows against your back, and suddenly the three of you are under attack. A long minute of just watching Estra just shielding her child, you and her child from getting beaten, and eventually she just becomes lifeless as you start just feeling your limbs go numb from your own beatings. You wake up. You let's see what I'm going to give you.
Let's see what I'm gonna give you. Well,
You are not going to be able to use your flurry of blows. As you get up and as you kind of break out of the trance, you feel your arms are brutally sore and your wrists hurt. Your body just aches. You can use you can't, or I should say, you can use your flurry of blows, but you don't get the extra attacks. So you can use it to stun and such. But
I can use it to knock prone and push and negate reactions, but I don't get the fourth attack.
Yeah.
On the pedestal, I punch it.
Okay. The
Trying
skull. Okay.
I'm trying to flurry of blows, but it's not working for me. And I'm just trying over and over and over again.
Okay.
are we
The
seeing this
skull
happen?
is glowing a bright orange as the lettering on it glows.
Do we see him do this?
Yeah. You see all this. All of you see all this.
We don't see. I'm guessing we don't see what's happening in the vision, but we see his actions.
Yeah, you see him. So basically, how everyone else witnesses it is you see him holding the skull. He says the words, and as you kind of watch him stand there, you can see him take blows, but no marks are left on him. It looks like he's getting hit, and he's reacting as such. But then when, at the very end of it, you see him just stand up like he was when he started. And then he lets go, and then he tries to use his... You see him attacking the pedestal, and it cracks against his fists. But you see him dissatisfied.
That is one strange monk. Bless his heart.
You said his eyes had gone red, like they were glowing red. From
His eyes and the skulls.
I don't think that's him just acting strange. I feel like that's a vision of some
Yeah,
description.
you go ahead and touch a Jeb. Let's see your eyes.
Let's.
Okay.
Oh god.
Okay.
That was easy.
Y'all gotta die sometime.
Prefer it isn't now.
So Jeb will walk up and grab one of the skulls.
Vern's actually surprised that he's doing that, but cheering him on, like, way to go, Jeb.
All right, make me a wisdom save.
18, 19, 21.
All right. You have a vision, not a vision from your memories, but something you worry about, and you're standing. It feels like you've gone on a long journey to your homeland. You know where your tribe goes, and it's taken you, it feels like a month to track them down, but you and Tim finally make it. And when you arrive, you see your clansmen, and of course the leader of the tribe, your father, is very confused at your presence. And it's hard to really hear the argument between you and him, but it gets very heated very quickly. And after a couple of further minutes, you feel like you've been denounced, and you can see a bunch of arrows go into Tim as he falls off whatever mount you have used to travel to get there.
Not Tim.
Your father pushes you over, and he grabs your weapon, a very trusty weapon, and he breaks it in front of you. And as he snaps it in half, you come back to the real world. You see in front of you, after you come out of this trance, this just skull glowing bright orange in front of you. Its eye sockets glowing, the lettering.
Oh, fuck me, dude.
Oh god.
That actually fucking hurt.
Oh.
Yeah, what did you see?
Ouchie time.
I do not wish to talk about it.
Oh,
You
okay.
would-
Jeb's
What-
gonna take his spear and he's gonna bring it down on this skull.
It splits, and then when you pull it out, it doesn't like reform, but it just reconnects. There's still a hole in the skull.
Damn.
And all you see is pure hatred on Jeb's face. It's like he's radiating hatred right now.
I don't want to encourage this, but there are 6 of us. I feel if we are going to go anywhere, we all have to step on.
Yeah, no way I'm doing that. I'm already pissing myself.
Yeah, I don't want to do it either. But I'm just stating the obvious.
At this point, Erwin's leaning leaning over onto the ground. You just hear him yell, like at the end of Man of Steel.
Yeah, that's not convincing me to go. You remember that time when Zakran died? That was funny compared to this.
That wasn't funny.
Does
That-
it?
I didn't
Does
find
it?
funny?
Looking at the skull, is its eyes? Are their eyes still glowing for for Jebediah's skull?
Yep, the eyes are still glowing for both yours and Aelwyn's. It's like they're just still radiating energy.
Okay, so is like if Jebediah were to hold up his hand in front of his face, would he see like the reflection of his eyes glowing? Are his eyes glowing? He's going to look around. Are my eyes glowing like his?
No.
Okay. So that's definitely something strange.
Did you give in to it?
I did.
Who's next?
Since you're doing this, I sent you something that I clarified with Alex when we were talking about our characters. I thought it might help you fuck with me. That's a fun thing.
I don't want to use that yet. I already know what I'm going to do.
If we're sending stuff to fuck with ourselves, hold on, give me a second.
Are you also sending him your backstory that we came up?
Yeah. I mean,
Hey,
I'll give you
Alex.
ideas and plans. God damn.
I know.
Alex.
What?
Jebediah is going to cast protection from good and evil on Aelwyn.
Okay.
If I'm possessed, that means I get to make a new roll with advantage.
You're not.
Yes.
The possession was temporary. It's over now.
Okay, but as far as like fear, charm, all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, he's immune to it now.
All right. Are his eyes still glowing?
No, the eyes that are glowing are from the skulls you guys touched.
I thought his eyes were still glowing.
No, you guys are fine. They were glowing when he was initially possessed.
Oh, okay. Then Jebediah wouldn't have casted protection from good and evil, because it was my understanding that his eyes were glowing still, like the skull's eyes were glowing.
Oh, sorry.
Like he was still possessed.
No, the powers are still fine.
Okay.
I mean, they did that when he also had them when he was when they were trying to attack the idol, but not anymore. So.
Okay.
Sorry, and I'm gonna grab her by her hand. You want to go together?
Sure. Sorry, we'll move up with Douglas, and I'm guessing we'll grab the ones. We'll stand 2 pencils next to each other, and we'll grab.
I want to do it.
I don't want to do it either. Why are you the one convincing me? This is a terrible thing. Roll reverse.
There's 6 of us. It's obvious. We got a stub on it.
Doing fucking humming a cheerful tune. I hate you.
All right, I was reading Douglas's thing. All right, so you 3 walk up to the skulls, and let's begin with this fuckery. All of you need to make wisdom saving throws, and because I'm not gonna remember it if you tell me, write it down.
Okay.
And we'll actually just get Rev Jax out of the way because he already knows what his is.
Do I do like the 3 of them or everybody?
The 3 of them. Remus says Remus hasn't gone yet.
No, I will go very last because I'm very, very scared of this place.
Yeah, I'm using a point of inspiration to reroll it, so I can use inspiration for it.
I got a 22. Much better that time.
Okay. So Rev Jack, you just experienced same thing. You're about 10 years younger than you were before. You're just getting into the military, and it's your very first mission, and you kind of remember how this goes poorly. You joined up with your one of your many brothers. Maybe not perhaps family, like direct family, but you definitely consider them a blood brother. And you two were well known for fighting side by side during the courses, and you thought that would be enough. But during a regular patrol, about 2 months in, you got ambushed, and you and him were fighting really well. Everything was looking good, and during one of the turtle formations that you guys were performing to avoid a volley of arrows, one arrow just kind of slips past your shield and just smokes your friend right in the neck.
Oh.
He falls over, and then as everyone kind of breaks the formation for the next wave, you are just kind of watching him choke to death.
Ah, Jubei! Don't die on me, Jubei!
No.
No.
He was resurrected as a goblin.
I was about to say, I'm just like, oh, that ruined the mood slightly because now all I can see is a goblin in a top hat.
No, it's not Jubei. I'll say it's
All right.
Anyways, yeah, he's just yelling the dude's name and fucking.
Jesus Christ.
He's like, "Come on,
Wisdom save.
it's just a flesh wound," and he like breaks the fucking arrow out and he pushes it through and shit. And he's like, "Come on!" And he starts wrapping a cloth around the dude's neck, but the dude's like dying on him. He's like,
Yeah,
Don't-
he's trying to get out words, but he's choking on it. Like you can see blood just coming out, and he's trying. He's holding your arm, gripping it as hard as he can.
I'm gonna watch his eyes while he dies. Like, I'll see you soon, brother. It's a good day to die, and fucking I just after I watch him die, I'll just mash everything.
Yeah, you're holding on to him, and you're telling him it's okay to go, and his eyes gloss over, and his hand goes weak, and it just kind of limps over yours for a moment, and then you just pick up your sword and start running away from him. That's how that vision's gonna end. Douglas,
Yes.
you've just become a new member of the Temple of Cord.
Oh,
You're very proud of this, and this is this has been your triumphant moment, despite all of the humans that have been kind of talking down to you in your small little village, and you've been invited by the captain to go on this massive fishing trip. And it's actually your first fishing trip, and they say you're going to go to Illumina. And this is exciting for you because Cord has spoken to you. He says he wants you to go on this journey. It's very important that you do so. He says it'll be a great way for you to bolster up your bravery. As you get onto the ship and everything, seems like hours have gone by. And about 3 days into your sail to Illumina, you are crossing the Demon Sea when this massive storm hits. The sails are pretty much getting torn apart. The ship is rocking viciously in the sea, and as you're trying to hold the sails fast, you notice that people are getting knocked off the ship. People are flying off, and every time you kind of just reach out to grab somebody or try to catch someone's rope from falling for snapping, you're just always just a little too late. And the thunder crashes around you, and it feels like almost that even the thunder itself is blaming you.
I'm singing that little nursery rhyme that my mom would sing to me during thunderstorms, just as this whole thing is going on.
You're kind of just singing this nursery rhyme to yourself, and people are just like, they're looking to you like, help me, and then they get knocked off the boat. And then eventually, you're the last one left. This boat is just rocking horribly into the ship, and Cord just says to you, "Why didn't you save them?" And before you can even respond, a bolt of lightning comes down and strikes at you, and you fall into the water. And before you can realize just how deep you're going, you wake up.
I'm just pale. Just pale. That's it.
Now I gotta read this tiny text. Alright. Alright. That's very specific. I almost might as well just read this. Let's try not to, though. Alright. So, Sariel, you're just this young girl. You've been going to the church of, what is it?
Kellenville.
Can you spell that in the chat so I can just keep repeating it, not having to ask? Kellenvor. Okay. So you're just this young acolyte, maybe about 14 years old. And you and your parents have always been acolytes of Kellenvor for years. Pretty much just gravekeepers. You have pretty much the holiest duty is to keep the graves clean and make sure the undead don't rise. Now, your parents, they mostly make sure that all the sacred wards are up. You just have the pleasant duty of, making sure they look neat and that all the places are cleaned and make sure they don't get desecrated. Everything seems to be going great. And as you get sent out to do some shopping, it's pretty regular. They're asking for some salts. You just have to go to the temple to get them. And on your way back, that's where the nightmare begins. You open the door to hand out the delivery for your parents, and you can see their bodies just mangled, almost ripped in half, as you can see some zombies standing around behind you, or in the room with them. They're just eating their cadavers, and you can just see their horrified faces as they lay on the ground. You are horrified by this sudden discovery, and you drop everything. As soon as you turn around, you realize these things are everywhere. Zombies, skeletons, and you just start running. You're not sure what to make of anything, and the only thing you can do is run to the temple. It's the only thing you've got on your mind. It's the only thing you can think about doing. And you just run. And as you're running, you just feel the scratches of bone and nail just scratching your back as you're running through these streets, through these graveyard. Seems endless almost. Fire starts breaking out and you can hear violence. And you can just, in the corner of your eyes, you can just see townspeople just getting slaughtered by these zombies, getting pushed through windows. It's a nightmare. And as you're getting to the temple, you can feel blood just on your soft shoes. And as you kind of break into the temple, it's run down, and you just see the statue of Kellenvor stand just up in front of you. It seems ragged and cracked, and you pray to him for help. Anything, you do anything to undo this horrible nightmare. And Kalimvor answers with a horrible, thunderous boom, and with his sword, it looks like it's going to land on you, and that's when you break out of your trance.
Jesus, that was fucked, guys. I've just like been sitting here in the middle of like a mini anxiety attack. Just, oh my god.
Yep. Yeah, I as well.
So the three of you break out of your trances almost at the same time. Whatever is ailing you can be easily seen to the rest of you, except for maybe Revjack because he's wearing full plate. But
Also,
the
they can
skulls
actually
in front of you, that you're holding, are now glowing with this bright orange color. Their eyes just aim towards you. Hollow lights in the darkness. You guys look around the room, and you realize there's only one that is unlit, and Remus is just standing there, piss in his
Remus?
pants.
Remus, I am going to need you to touch the skull.
Yeah. Sure.
Yes. Yes, now do it, please. I don't want to have gone through that for nothing.
Well, he's like kind of approaching it and like looking away and just touching it with his like pinky. Like, I don't want to do this.
Just, I'm going to need you to touch it. I cast resistance on Remus, so you get an extra D4. But you have to touch the skull now because it doesn't last long.
Well, he's touching it with his pinky.
Counts.
It counts. It touches.
And like squinting his eyes closed. Like, I don't want to do this.
Bug.
Do you say
Ellen
the phrase, Remus?
yells at Remus in Elvish, "Pick up the damn skull."
Oh, I have to pick it up. Like, I touched it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he takes a deep breath and just like clenches his hands around it. Then.
All right. You say the phrase, and you just, everyone's voices, it doesn't, unlike everyone else's, your vision isn't of a past or a future that you can't foretell. You just suddenly, in an Elvish language, you just start hearing the voices of all your companions just shouting, "Pick up the fucking skull already! Say the damn words! Remus, you're useless! Why do we even bring you anywhere? You're garbage!" And these just insults keep pouring in as the darkness, as your dark vision, even it falters to this creeping evil. Creeping just fog of darkness that just keeps rolling in as they just keep yelling at you insensively, and it doesn't stop. And soon you start recognizing other voices. It's people that you're close to, other members of the guild. And then it starts picking up into more familiar voices. And you start hearing the voice of your father. And he says, "You've always let me down, boy. You were never very good at magic, let alone doing anything with your life. I gave you everything. I gave you power and wealth. You threw it back at my feet. I gave you scrolls and magic, and you spit at me. Then I gave you a boat to your stupid little northern city, where you could frolic with the wood elves and whatever else might be crawling up there like a rat you are. And here you are, crawling around back at my doorstep. You're disgusting. You're like a stray cat, diseased and fetid. And look where it got you in the end. Here. I hope you die here. And as he pulls out the scroll and he says, "You asked me what this is once, and now I'll show it to you." And he starts incanting some words, and just this flame encompasses you, and you burn to death. And you don't have the pleasure like everyone else to just walk it off. Like, just when the fire hits you, you don't have the pleasure of breaking out of the trance. You feel every little bit of pain as you burn, and eventually you just collapse on the ground, just covered in flames. You can't move anymore, and you're just looking at your ashen body. And then you have other visions of your father carrying you, and he says, "In good riddance," and he throws you into the demon sea, and you just sink to the bottom. Now you wake up.
Fuck.
Fuck me, guys.
So I would imagine what would happen like during like all those insults. He would like I posted in the chat. He would like stand there like holding the skull and like actually he would actually be crying because it was like legitimately hurting him like because it didn't stop and all that. That got like really under his skin, and when he like started to burn alive, like you would just hear like in this entire temple like a freaking a deep voice scream of pain and suffering, and that would really like probably go underneath everyone's skin, like he's like actually suffering, and you would probably spasm, like fall to the ground and spasm, and all of a sudden like get like a low breathing kind of stuff, like I don't know, and then like after like a few minutes open his eyes and not say anything.
When he
Gonna
opens
go
his
over-
eyes, the skull.
Sariel manages to find herself to her feet, and she gets sort of stumbled over to Remus, and she kneels down, she touches his shoulder, and it's just like, it's okay, it's over, it's okay.
I'd do the same.
As you're helping him up, you hear doors creak open. But you know that in this temple there are no doors. You look over and you see ghostly images of people.
Oh, yay.
You see one of them is Cord, carrying his magnificent warhammer and his glorious armor. One of them is Kelemvor, carrying his longsword, a high elven body. One of them is Revjak's friend, and his arrow still sticks out of his neck even today. And the other is Jebediah's father. They don't speak, but only wail as they pull out their weapons to fight you. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh
Why
my
do I-
god. Oh my god. Fuck.
I don't want to fight my deity.
Oh, it's sort of just like, oh my god. Like after that thing, it's all that Sariel had for ages was a deity at worship. This is so fucked. Okay. It's 18.
I'm about to fuck some bitches up. I'm just saying.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I give you full reign to fuck.
Go
do your
first,
fuckery.
it's fine.
No,
Go
like seriously. After that vision of what happened to Tim, Jebediah is like in no
Yeah.
fucking mood.
Go ahead. Fucking go hate shit. Go ahead.
I am going to take a quick bathroom break because this would be kind of the midway point.
Yeah, I think we'll do the same. I say everybody
So
take
take-
2 or 3.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone take 5.
Just take 5 to
Actually
breathe
mentally
for 5
collect
minutes.
themselves.
I'm just gonna curl up in a corner and just think
I'm
of
just
my
gonna
life.
go. Yeah, I'm gonna go find a pillow and I'm just gonna cry into it for a second. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, I'll be
sleep
right
in the
back.
gap.
Be right back. 5 minutes. To everyone at home who had to watch that, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
Oh my
Fuck
god.
that shit, Alex. Fuck that shit.
Like, it's even worse because like we knew what we were sort of signing up, like vaguely, like from the title we were just like, okay, so he's gonna do something, and then like yesterday when you messaged us all and were like, okay, I need your characters like fears and doubts, and I'm just like, well, this is gonna be terrible, and I was right, it was so much worse than I imagined. Though I didn't realize I was gonna like cry.
Dude.
Fuck.
It's okay, don't feel bad. I almost did. I'm shedding a couple tears now. It's okay.
I didn't realize how attached I was to Sario until he made me go through that.
No,
Just
seriously,
like, it's fine, it's a
rough.
D&D character, it'll be okay.
That's rough, man. That's intense. Like I was getting emotional for fucking Remus, man.
Oh my god, Remus has made me cry. I'm like, oh my god. Everyone's is so fucked.
Yeah, I thought mine was the worst, but nope.
Okay, I'm back.
I know that everyone sort of jokes about how, oh, you know, D&D, every character has to have like a tragic backstory, but holy fuck, guys.
Yeah. Oh, Ellen's wasn't that bad. Just the only woman he ever loved and his only child beaten to death in front of him, and he ain't gonna do a thing.
You know, just a regular old Wednesday.
Yeah, you know exactly how I want to spend my Thursday afternoons. It's fine. At the moment, I'm just sitting here like mantraing to myself. I'm just like, hey, it's okay. Once it's finished, you know, you got free tickets to the movies tonight. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna meet up with some friends. You're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be okay.
What are you gonna
You'll
go
have something else to think about.
You're gonna watch Spider-Man and how his parents get killed, and you're like,
No, I'm gonna watch Tomb Raider and how her dad dies. So it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
But at least he had a good inheritance.
Yeah, she got the good shit. Unfortunately, little Sariel came away with an absolute fear of gore because now all she sees is her parents' bodies and just a genuine hatred of the undead. So she came away from it great.
Oh, now you have even more reason to hate them.
Yeah, Sariel is not going to be pleased if she sees anything vaguely death related. She is going to be fucking.
Sandra, do you have the list still?
It's up on the side group chat now.
Yeah, I know. I want to see. I want to edit the names of the enemies.
Oh, yeah. So we know who is going to kill us first. Yeah.
That's kind of.
Sandra. I mean, I can just edit it myself.
You just
but
pick whatever you
I was
want.
I just wanted to be lazy.
I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
Okay. It's not okay.
Good thing about Remus's ranger archetype is she can cast protection from evil and good.
Oh, wait. I think I can do that too. No, not today. That shield of faith.
I actually still have tears in my eyes. It's really, really fun.
Wouldn't be a good storytelling mission if I didn't make people shed some tears.
Yeah, that's fucked up. The
worst thing is these are the kind of ones that I fucking love, and I know, and it's like that's what I'm working with at the moment. I am emotionally fucked up, but at the same time, oh my god, it's so good.
You're a sick boy, Alex. You're a sick boy.
Jesus Christ, man.
You got it out for us. Just left and right.
You guys wanted this just as much as I did.
Hell
Okay.
yeah, man. Character building, development. Damn right.
Ooh, oh, hey, look who's the Getty goes first. Sorry, that's you, girl. Woo.
He's there to fuck some shit up. That's the kind of person he probably is.
Yeah.
Wait, why is there only 4? Aren't we 6? Is there not like 6 people that
Yeah,
Are you
that's what I wanted.
seriously borrowing trouble? Let's not borrow trouble right now. Let's deal with what we got, and then we
Yeah.
can worry about the other 2. Because they're probably the tier 3 baddies that'll be at the end of the thing.
Huh?
Huh?
Tier 3 baddies. I can throw those in now.
So you want Erwin to have to beat his lover to death?
Please don't do that to my heart, man.
Jebediah's got to beat his dad. I gotta beat my deity. Ramjack's gotta beat his friend that just died in front of him.
Fuck that dude. He owed me $5 now.
He owed me a nice iron longsword. Piece of shit.
So,
He's 30 years overdue.
That's some serious interest, man.
That's cool. Well, hey, now I know more stuff for Jenny to know about Ramjack's backstory because I didn't know shit.
Revjack doesn't try and share this shit.
Never mind.
Oh,
Jenny
yeah.
knows nothing.
Did I tell you the story about where my friends got ambushed and they all died?
No.
You gotta be more intimate
Yeah,
with Revjack for him to tell you that shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't. Sariel's pretty like Douglas says. Sariel doesn't react to this just calmly anytime. So the fact that she's reacting at all is freaking most people out, and she doesn't talk about it. She told Douglas because he shared his to her on one of their laundry gossip sessions, and she was like, okay, well we're talking about this now. That's fine, but nobody else has ever known.
Is everyone here?
Yeah.
I think so.
Matt?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get this combat started. Jebediah.
Motherfuckers came out the doorway, right?
Yeah, so the 4 rooms
Mm-hmm.
that you guys were inspecting earlier.
Yeah.
You see 4 what looks like specters come out into the hallway, and they kind of make like a V, but without the point.
Mm-hmm.
And as they turn to face you, and you guys your focus, your eyes can adjust. They take visages of all of them at least familiar to one of you, Although to Remus and Aelin, they're not recognizable.
Yeah.
And then, of course, to everyone at home, one of them is Kelemvor, Sariel's deity. The other one is Cord, which is Dugnas's deity. One of them appears as Revjak's friend, which appears to be a simple human with an arrow in his neck and blood just kind of dripping out of his face. And then the last one is Jebediah's dad, plains tribesman who wanders the southern ancient forest. And we'll start.
All right, so are they all... If I were to cast something like Burning Hands, would I catch all 4 of them?
Yes, if you stand in between all of them.
Like stand... Okay, are they in a reverse V, or are they in a V formation where the point is aimed towards us?
The point would be towards you guys. So if you take the center point right now, then you would be able to hit them all with it.
Perfect.
All right. So, bonus action, Blade Singing, it's up and running. I'm going to cast Burning Hands. I will need, let's see, I'll need saving throws for each one of them.
Yep.
And I am going to cast, DC is going to be 15.
Okay.
Kill them all, Jeb. Fuck them up.
We're going to do this at 3rd level. So that's going to be
Yeah.
5d6.
Fuck them up.
That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 18, 22, 25 points of fire damage. Half if they saved. And it's a dex saving throw.
All right. Seems like Kelemvor is the only one who's able to move out of the way, or at least kind of protect himself. The other, Cord and Revjak's friend, just they do a certain amount of protection, but they don't manage to avoid it. And your father just doesn't even budge. He gets hit by the full blast, and none of them seem to be really too hurt about it, except for your dad, who's got some like ghostly flesh melting off of him.
Okay. That'll be that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Kelemvor is going to walk over to Sariel.
Of course he is.
Is he within 10 feet of me?
Are you standing beside Sariel?
I don't know. Never laid out who's next to who.
Well, I'm assuming you're all standing in front of the pedestal, but some of you guys moved to catch Remus.
I'd move towards Remus to try and comfort him.
Okay, so he would have to run almost into you. So yes, you would be. And he's going to what looks like thrust his longsword at her from in front of Revjak. But when he makes the thrust attack, it extends about 10 feet.
Okay.
So Revjak, you can make your attack if you want.
All right.
And it's a magical weapon?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It'd be a 20 to hit, not a dirty 20.
Okay, that will hit.
All right. Where are you at? There you are. That's going to be 14 damage, and then I'm going to drop a lightning lure
That's a bonus action. You
No,
can
no,
use
yeah,
it.
no, I can't do that. Sorry. Yeah, it'd be 14 points of damage.
All right. Sariel is a modified 22 going to hit you.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Gonna need you. You're going to take 13 necrotic damage.
Holy fuck. Okay.
He pulls his sword back and he looks to Revjack after getting hit by him. And he's going to attack him too.
Oh, he gets 2. That's great.
But he only rolls a 9, so he misses Revjack.
Hey, why wasn't that reversed?
Um,
God damn it.
actually, no, I can't because I don't have a bonus action. Shit.
Remus.
I'm gonna use my action to use my hunter's sense, and I want to see like I can immediately learn what immunities, resistances, and vulnerabilities a creature has, and which one of them did block the burning hands.
Kellenvor.
Because I would figure he would like kind of look like the toughest, and since he just attacked her like really toughly, so I would try to figure him out.
All right. He is some sort of specter. He is immune to necrotic damage. He is resistant to all elemental subtypes of damage. He is resistant to all physical damage that aren't magical. And he has and they have a vulnerability to radiant damage.
All right. So basically, he's resistant to all damage except for radiant, because he's resistant against magical of any sorts, and except for like, is that right? Did I get that right?
Okay.
All right.
I'll say it one more time. He's
Oh no, I think
are-
I got it. Immune to necrotic and weak against radiant and resistant to all physical and magical damage.
elemental.
Elemental, yeah, that's what
They
I
are
meant.
not resistant to force damage, and
Oh,
physical
okay.
damage that has magical reinforcement does normal damage.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Would she know about conditions? If they're immune to conditions?
I think that falls under immunities, yeah. They are, since they're undead, they are immune to stuns, and because they're ethereal, they're immune to being. I think they're immune to being poisoned, diseased, and they can be knocked prone. So,
All right.
not immune to that.
So, I think that's a free or bonus action. I would like say that to like I would not scream that, but I would say that to my companions and let them know. And I would figure that that counts for all of them, but let them know that I only checked out Kellenvor. And as my movement action, since I think I'm still prone because I was whipped off my feet from the thingy, I would stand up and move 15 feet backwards.
Okay, you move 15 feet backwards.
Yeah. And since my hunter sense was my main action, there's not much else that I can do except for chugging a health potion, which I would like to do.
Make me a perception check.
Raven plus 4. 12.
Okay, you're walking backwards, and as you're walking backwards, you kind of step on a body. Make me a dex save.
6.
You slip on the body that you didn't see because it's too dark and you're not looking behind you.
Mm-hmm.
You slip into the idol. Make me a wisdom save.
Jesus Christ.
12.
You get up. The idol is unbudged. But when you look upon all of your the enemies, they all take images of Farwin. And they're all just laughing at you and talking down to you.
Is that what I see? Like, am I like kneeling down in front of the statue like the others did? Then
No, you're not like being put into a trance or anything like that.
okay.
You just all the images of like all of the specters, they're
Mhm.
all blackened now, and they all take shapes of Farwin, your father.
Yeah, I can't do anything else this round, so I'll just freaking look dumb or startled. I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Sariel. Kalenvor just struck you. Revjak is also trying to protect you, as Kalenvor attacked him.
Yeah, I'm guessing that if I try to back away, I'd get hit anyway. Sariel is going to kneel down onto the floor and touch her hand upon it. She's going to cast Spirit Guardians. So centered on her and spreading out for 15 feet in a circle. There are now these sort of it says angelic creatures. I'm going to change it. There are these sort of gray sort of reaper looking foes, like cloaked figures that rise from the ground. So basically anyone in it has to, where did I put this thing? Okay, so I'm called, the spirits come forth to protect me. I designate unaffected creatures, so all of my friends, I'm going to say, are completely unaffected. Any affected creatures, the speed is halved. When they start their turn and they are enter it for the first time, it has to make a wisdom save. And then I'm going to cast a healing word on myself as my bonus action, and just ready my shield in front of me.
All right, so it affects anything within 15 feet of you?
Anything within 15 feet.
All right, what's the save?
It is a save of 15. It's only when it starts its turn, you have to roll it now.
Oh, I'm going to roll for it now.
Oh, okay, cool.
And
it's every time
it failed. So Kalenvor failed.
Kalenvor takes 3d8 radiant damage.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Get him.
Okay, shit, where's my d8?
Yes!
I'm just attacking my god, that's fine. She's cool with that. So that's 12 points of radiant damage. And I'm just gonna, while everyone else's turn starts, I'm just gonna quickly do my healing word and I can heal myself.
Okay. Kalenvor is looking pretty weak right now. He's
Nice.
This one hasn't changed much, though you can see that after striking him, like instead of repairing immediately, like after getting hit by Revjak, you can see like some of the scars that your reapers left on them. It's like a drifting slash, like you just see this gray mist kind of just sifting back, but it's not reforming. And yes, vulnerability means they take twice the damage.
Cleric's time to shine, man.
Oh, seriously.
If early it wasn't so fucking traumatic to do.
I was kind of thinking that like her spirit guardian would be Kalenvor, and he's just like a stand. He just swings his sword every time, like at everyone in the big cleaving motion.
That works.
Two Kalenvors.
Yeah, so now it's not even two. Like I'm surrounded by these spirit guardians, so I've just got like these multiple copies of Kalenvor fighting Kalenvor for me.
It's like the Spider-Man meme where they both point at each other.
They're all pointing like, who are you?
Yeah. Well, I guess the Reapers are going to be awesome. So there's these just hooded figures. They're about 10 feet around you, and they just swipe at Kellenvor. And then, I guess in response to the fact that it is Kellenvor, it just says, they just say, heresy, liar. And then they slice at him.
That's nice. I like that. It's a nice effect. Yeah, so I healed 6 points of damage, and I'm readying my sword. Like, I feel like she's cognizant enough to realize that probably isn't actually her deity, knowing what she knows about the temple and what they read about the riot. So she's a little, if almost a little pissed off that someone is dead to take his form.
All right, Douglas.
All right. Well, first off, I am going to use my bonus action, and I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Zariel there. So you see him swirl his hands together, and then you see this small misty dome just form around you. So it's like, don't try not to be in the front, remember? And
Thank you, dear.
And then seeing as how Kellenvor's a little I'm gonna throw a guiding bolt at him.
All right. Make your attack roll.
It's 2 first levels now. Damn. Oh, natural 20.
Oh, wait. Before you do that,
Natural 20.
I just reminded myself of something.
Oh.
Can't cast a bonus spell and a spell if they both have levels. So you can only cast a bonus spell and a cantrip. Or
I've literally never been told that in my life. Okay, I can fix that. And instead of casting a spell, then she'll have used a potion.
Could I have redacted the Shield of Faith then? Because I kind of want my natural 20.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
No, actually, just to that's on me. I'll let it slide this time, but just as a reminder, that's the rules.
Does that mean that I have to change how my? Because I use
healing word yourself. I let that slip by.
Okay. Oh god, so how many dice do I roll? I don't even know.
Would that have worked with Quicken Spell though?
Yes, that also applies to Quicken Spell.
That's 86.
Oh.
Yeah, that's 86 radiant.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay.
So unless he rolls low, Kellenvor is pretty much fucked.
Okay. Ooh, okay. 8. 12. Oh wait, no. 14. Math. 20.
Love the smell of dice rolling.
27 radiant.
Wow, 54 damage.
Yep.
Oh.
So you hit Kellenvor with this blast, and he just outstretches his arms. He drops his longsword, and he says, "Great work, my child, Sariel. Blessings be upon you," before he just screams out in agony and disperses into fog that just rolls onto the floor and fades away.
I give her a thumbs up, but I'm just like, my face is confused. I don't know if I should say you're welcome or sorry.
It sounds like it was what I wanted, so you're welcome. It's a good. Thank you.
And I back up my 10 feet of movement.
Okay, you just bump into the wall.
Ah, fuck.
You're kind of standing beside Remus, who's like ass first into a fucking face of a body.
That's what I do.
Remus, he's dead.
I lie and shit and pee myself.
Just strike the sexy pose, like.
I move over to attack one of the creatures that looked like they took the most damage from the burning hands.
All right, you run over to Jebediah's father.
Um, 16 to hit.
That will hit. Just barely.
5 points of damage.
All right. And your fists are considered magical weapons?
Yep. Modified 20.
Okay, that will also hit.
8 points.
So that's 13 in total.
Bonus attack for 16.
That will also hit.
For another 8.
Okay. You pummel the shit out of Jebediah's dad, and now he's got some bruises to match some of his scorch marks. All right. And now it's Revjack. Kellenvor is dead. The other 3 spirits are still standing in their original formation.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have, Alex.
Are they
Okay,
within?
cool, yeah.
Let's see. Would I be able to strike both of them where I'm at, or do I need to move?
You need to move. They're like 30 feet away from you.
Okay. Then I'll move. I'll move 25 feet to where I'm in between both of them, or able to strike both of them. Are they right next to each other, or?
Well, they're in range, but they're not next to each other.
Okay. That's fine. I'll move to my friend. And
Aelin.
no, I mean like the one that looks like my friend.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're fine. And I'm gonna attack.
All right.
Let's see. I'm gonna take the -5 to the great weapon feat part
Okay.
to do an extra 10 damage. Does a 15 hit?
No, you swing it at him, and it's like he actually blocks it with his shield.
All right. And then my second attack, I will do the same thing. This time I will roll an 18.
That will hit him.
Okay.
So you kind of just swing this meteor ball at him. He blocks it, but he stumbles from the force of it, and then you just hit him again.
Okay. And with this one, I'm going to do the lightning lure. So
Okay.
that's going to be 11 points of damage, and then 1d8.
The lightning damage doesn't go through. You try to pull him in, and he just resists it.
Okay. And then that's it then.
So how much damage did you do from the hit?
It's 11.
You rolled really low on that, didn't you?
I rolled a 5, yeah.
Shit. Is that your turn? Anything else?
No, I think I'm gonna action surge and do another 2 attacks.
Get him, boy.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
With the +10, if you rolled a 5, wouldn't you have got at least a 15?
He's using the great weapon fighter. The
Great
weapon master.
Actually, that's right. My bad. It was an extra 10 to that, so that would have been 21.
Oh, that hits.
Good point, yeah.
But
so this will be a 18 hit.
that will hit.
And this one I'm actually doing the extra 10 damage. So that will be 8 plus 6. That's 14. So 24 points of damage.
Oh my.
And then I'm going to do the same thing again. Rolled a nat 20.
He's just going crazy over there.
We'll take it.
Hell yeah, fuck shit up.
So that's 6. And
Well, you're not my guy, pal. And he's just getting his ass.
10. So that's 16.
I'm not your pal, buddy.
I'm not your buddy, your friend.
That's 26 points of damage.
Not your friend, guy.
Yeah, after the second hit, you just get this huge burst of energy, and you just start smashing him. You smash him twice over, and it looks like Like the first hit just smashes this huge hole in his chest, and then the next one almost looks like it breaks off his head, and his head is just dangling off to the side.
Sweet. Does he go down or is?
No, he's still standing. He's like mutilated, but he's just kind of standing there. He looks a bit dazed, but
I'm
he's
like
still
yelling
alive.
at him, like, "You're not my goddamn friend."
And he can't really answer you. He tries to, but you hear him just like choking out words like.
My friend's not a pussy like you. Sorry.
It's your
All right.
friend, not mine.
All right, he's done.
All right. Cord is going to run through the spirit guardians. What does he get on a successful save?
Half damage.
Okay. So
Is he not running past me?
you weren't attacking Cord, were you? No, these
No,
are
I was
completely-
standing right in front of all of them, casting burning hands.
No, he's 10 feet away from you. At the very least. Kellenvor was there. So yeah, he'd be running past you. So you can get an attack of opportunity.
All right.
Ooh, do I?
No.
Would I?
Does an 18 hit?
No, because you're fighting Jebzdad. And yes, an 18 will hit.
Okay, so I need.
And his movement is halved if he's moving through the spirit guardians.
Okay, so that's 13 points of magical piercing damage and 2 points of acid damage.
Okay. You stab him as he runs through, but he keeps going unfaltered. You see him stumble a bit, but he continues.
Word, yo.
He runs into the spirit guardians, makes the save. So, Sariel, roll for damage. If she is there.
What is it? 3d6?
3d8.
88.
Oh, 3d8.
I'll roll it.
Sure.
That's 7, 10, 15 points of damage. So halved would be 7.
And doubled because it's radiant.
So yeah, it'd be 15.
38. Ooh. That 1 damage. So Cord is going to run up to about 10 feet away from Douglas, and he's going to say, "You coward, why aren't you up there with the rest of them?" And he's going to attack you. Is an 18 going to hit you?
Shouldn't he have to make an intelligence check? Because he kind of answered his own question.
This Cord's a specter, so not actually Cord.
I know, I'm just messing around. Trying to, moment of brevity or something. You're
Trying
like
to
crushing
lighten the mood.
all our feels, you know?
I don't know.
Nope, I still. Sorry, my mic was like fucking up. But what was the AC to hit again?
18?
No, it doesn't hit.
What AC are you fucking rocking right now?
21
Nice.
plate armor and then a +1 shield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to attack you again.
Oh,
25 is definitely going to hit you.
Just to prove a fucking point, clearly.
Right? Oh, you think you're safe. Watch this, bitch. Bam!
So he swings his first, what looks like a maul with just one hand. You block it with your shield, and you stumble, and then he brings it back quickly and smashes you in the head. You take 12 points of necrotic damage. And I need you to make a concentration check or a con check.
that's right. What's it supposed to be? A 10, right? Or 15?
10.
It's 10
Okay.
or half the damage. It's whatever's higher.
Okay. Yeah, no, it drops.
All right. So the shield of faith that was on Sariel goes away.
Sorry.
That's fair.
You hit me in the face with a giant hammer.
That's fair. That's fair.
Jack's friend. He chokes some words out at you, but it just ends up spitting some ghostly blood at you. And he swings his long sword at you. 25 going to hit.
Pretty sure.
You're muted.
Gonna hit.
For Revjack, you said his AC is 19.
Yeah, so Revjack, you take 15 points of necrotic. And he's going to attack you again. And that one's going to miss. And then Jebediah's dad.
Yes. Sorry.
Jebediah's dad. He's going to run over to Jebediah with his spear. Alan, get an attack of opportunity.
Uh, 22
That will hit.
for 7 points of damage.
Okay. And he gets about 10 feet. He gets 10 feet away from Jebediah, and he says, "You're a disgrace for bringing that thing here," and he attacks you. Is a 23 going to hit?
Nope, I'm going to pop shield.
Okay.
So my effective AC for the time being, until the start of my next turn, is going to be 26.
Okay. He slams his weapon into your shield, and he strikes again, and it just hits your shield again. And now it's the top of the round with
Jim.
Jeb.
All right. Old Daddy Dearce is about to get it. Let's see here. Is it a 20 going to hit?
Yep.
All right. So that's Green Flame Blade. So that's 8, 14, 19. 19 points of magical piercing damage and 4 points of acid damage.
18 points of magical piercing.
Isn't there supposed to be fire in there?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. My bad. So it was 13 points of magical piercing, 5 points of fire damage, and then what did I say?
4.
4 points of acid damage.
All right. Yeah, your dad's looking pretty beat up. He's kind of looking like Revjack's friend over there. He's got now some pretty large stab wounds in him, and they're not repairing like they used to.
Minus the arrow in the neck.
And I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Revjack.
Yes.
All right. Remus.
All right, I'm gonna put my Slayer's Prayer on Jebediah's dead, and like, did my bow change? No, it's still like the same thing, isn't it? Or did it change?
It's still the same thing, but the only, like, just story-wise, it's hollow. Like, it doesn't glow red anymore.
Okay.
And you have a -1.
All
Yeah.
attack rolls. Hey.
So, natural 20. Boom.
Thought the fucking -1 was gonna do anything. All right, Jeb's dad is about to get an arrow in the neck.
Yep.
There it is.
Boot to the head.
So that's 3 plus. Give me a
And
second
decades
here.
worth
Plus
of ice
8
cream to the little one.
plus 4 plus 2d6 2.
That's a lot of dice.
You gave him the freaking bow.
Well, I traded my soul for that. Too.
Part
No.
of your soul.
Yeah, part.
With a
Seven
little
Still have
help.
a part.
so
You
pissed.
still have a part.
Yeah, I do. So he's gonna get from that he's gonna get 15 piercing damage. Wait, that's 12, that's 15. Yeah, 15 piercing damage and 4 fire damage. So 19 damage in total, but 4 of which is fire.
Oops. Okay.
You dead?
No, he's holding his heart. Or
Okay.
you just shot him.
I'm gonna shoot again.
All right.
Fine, just shoot him again.
All right. So that's 19, and that's a crit for me too.
Bam!
Okay, I'm not even gonna have to roll.
Just
this
really
fucking
making
bad.
sure we kill Jem's dad.
Well, it's actually in her eyes, it's her dad. So
Oh, even better. We're making sure we're killing Rebus's dad.
Can
Yeah,
I roll
so-
anyways?
you can roll if you want, but he's dead.
I feel the urge to roll this shit.
Just roll. Do whatever makes you feel good.
Yeah,
Do
this piece of shit deserves it.
it.
Alright, so here goes. +6 +3. Okay.
Spirit Guardians
Oh,
works at the start of your turn.
Oh shit, I forgot
It's
my
the start of their
Slayer's.
turn.
Sorry, I forgot my Slayer's Prey. I need to add 2d6 to the first one too.
Oh, he's
That's
dead.
That's not another 11 damage from my first arrow, so in total I would have dealt 30 damage with my first
Okay,
arrow.
so the first shot. Now that you remembered that, the first shot actually killed him.
Oh.
So just
Overkill.
pick another person to fucking shoot.
How?
Rev Jack's friend.
Rev Jack's dead. Rev Jack's friend is looking pretty fucking bad after
I know.
getting walloped by that hammer.
Oh, I know, but Slayer's Prey is not on him, so he doesn't get like the additional 2d6. So he's gonna get 12, 16.
Okay.
That is 16 piercing damage and 9 fire damage. So he takes in total 25 damage. But yeah, you have to distinguish that. So
How
16
much piercing?
16 and 9 fire.
He's fucking dead. Revjack just takes an arrow to the head that was already pretty much flopping around, and then
All right.
his head just flies off. The rest of his body dissipates awkwardly as his head just rolls around on the floor, and then it just disperses as
I'm
well.
just gonna keep killing all my versions of my dad, and I'm gonna action surge.
Fuck you, father.
And I'm gonna like aim at Cord.
Okay.
And that's 12 plus 8 modified 20 to hit.
Okay, that hits. I'm really tired of hearing all these fucking 20s.
I'm sorry. I rolled a 12 to be fair.
Well, actually, it's a modified 19 because you got to take the -1.
No, I did already. I have a plus
Oh.
9 modifier.
Oh, okay. All right.
Jesus Christ.
My bad. Sorry. My bad. Don't shoot at me. Damn.
Even with the -1, still higher than mine.
That's
So that is, he takes 10 piercing damage plus the d6 fire, and that's a 6. Oh man. So that's 16 damage, out of which 6 is fire.
Okay.
And I get a second shot.
Looking pretty unhealthy.
And
You
that
guys
is
realize the more we roll well, the more
That's
likely it is
a-
to like up difficulty next round.
9 plus 8 is 17 to hit.
17 hits.
All right.
Kill my deity.
5 plus 4, he takes 9 piercing damage and 4 fire damage.
All right. Cord is breathing heavy, but he's still okay.
Man, that
Sorry,
was
y'all.
like a really, really good round. And as a free action, I took a health potion.
Wow, that was great.
Sariel.
Okie dokie.
Oh, wait. The dude, like, is he immune to being frightened?
Yes, they're specters.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Sorry.
They're
I
undead.
keep forgetting this. I'm sorry.
You're in a temple called.
Yes.
Temple
Okay.
of
Okay. Don't
Fear.
even go there. I got it. I'm sorry.
Is there anyone who's closest to me? Like enemy
There's
wise?
only one specter left, and that's Cord, and he's in your spirit guardian range.
He's in my spirit guardian range. Okay. But how close to me is he? Like, if I try to cast a spell, is it going to be a disadvantage?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do that then. I'm going to cast guiding bolt. So that is a natural 20.
Why is it always my DM? I gotta
In my
start
defense,
giving everyone adamantine armor. They're just gonna all of them. They're all gonna have it.
Just,
I kill your
so-
DNA, you kill mine.
Yeah, so we get a chance back. It's going to be great. Yeah. So where is my roll for that? It's going to be like an 8d6. It's beautiful.
Or did it you cast it at a higher level?
I think that if I retconned now that I was going to cast at a high level, he'd actually kill me. So that's 15, 17 radiant damage.
How much? 17?
Oh, wait, no, hang on a second. That was just twice. I need to roll 8 times, don't I? Fuck. Okay, hang on.
No.
18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 55, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 points of radiant damage.
Alright, well, you didn't need to roll the second set. So.
Sariel just sort of blindly reaches out for a high five with Douglas.
Right.
Woo!
So, as Cord kind of just starts vibrating with holy energy, he looks to Douglas and he says, "Make me proud, my son." And he just disappears in a blinding light.
Oh my god, I'm getting all emotional. See, he's proud of you.
Hey, Sariel.
Yes.
I'm sorry I killed Kellenvor.
It sounds like that they wanted to be. They. I don't think it was them, dear. I don't think it counts.
Okay.
Sariel's reaching up to her holy symbol, and she's just sort of closing her eyes, and she's trying to feel Kellenvor's presence.
Oh yeah, I should do that too. Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, you still have your divine powers.
Okay. See,
Okay.
see, it's fine.
Alright, so you guys are, after that combat, you're all just standing there in the room by yourselves.
After that combat,
Holy crap. Is that how late this is? Jesus.
Yeah, it's 1:17 in the morning, man.
Oh man.
Fuck.
you did this to us, man.
I know.
This feels better.
Alright,
How's everyone feeling? Is everyone okay?
so the temple is cleared. What now?
Search for loot.
Did we get fucking?
Can we
Sarah
break?
was just trying to work out if she got fucking baited. She was told there was like, well, I suppose they were undead, but told that undead was threatening people, wasn't she?
No, he just said that there was undead in the area.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Okay.
We heard a door open. Was that door in front of us, or was that a different door?
Investigation.
What about the statue? Has the statue changed?
No, the idol is still there. You guys haven't used detect magic near it.
No,
so-
I mean the effect of the statue. Like, would it still put us in trance and stuff?
You haven't shot at it or attacked it yet, so you're not sure.
Ramjack attacks. Yay!
Of course
Alright.
it does.
There it is.
All right. Yep.
Wisdom save. No.
No, you just don't fuck with divine powers. You fail.
Searching for doors, magical doors, secret doors, hidden doors,
All the
Gordy
doors.
doors,
Snosberry doors.
Real fake doors?
Fake real doors.
fake real doors. Damn it.
If you want to take some time,
Pro
I can,
doors?
I can ritual
No.
cast detect magic.
Well, you can do that if you want. But no, the doors were just the noises that were being made when the specters came in.
Okay, so rolling another investigation is not going to do any good because nothing has changed.
Yeah, nothing has changed.
Has the malevolent presence left?
No.
Why didn't I prepare dispel magic? I didn't.
It
think I
doesn't
was gonna
seem to
need
have
dispel
its
magic.
gaze fixed on anything or anyone, but it hasn't left.
Okay.
Okay, at the full 60-foot distance, can I like try to sacred flame the idol now?
Do you really want me to do it all over again?
No, let's not. Okay. Well, the presence is still there. I don't want the presence to still be here.
It is kind of its temple. I mean, come on.
I know, but still, like,
I mean, unless like literally you drop a nuke from orbit on this place, it's probably going to just still be its temple.
I mean, like, just vaguely metagaming. It's part 1, therefore, in theory, there is something else. So absolutely nothing's changed. The idol still can't be touched by anything.
Yeah. I ritual cast detect magic, and I search everything besides the idol.
Okay, well, besides the idol, there's no on this floor. There's no other magical presences. You don't sense any undead hiding in the walls. None of the objects are magical. You can kind of feel that they were being used by the specters as some sort of like cursed object. Like that's what they were bound to, which was the beds and their items. But now that you've slain them, the curse is kind of just lifting from them. But besides that, on this floor, the only magical presence is the skulls and the idol.
And there's no doors or anything to go through, just the way we came.
Maybe other floors.
There's the floor that you came in from. So there's like you guys are in the lower floor. There's an upper floor, which is technically the basement, and then there's the hole that you came in from.
Okay, so like there's no way of going any further. This is a dead end, so to speak.
Yeah, this is the end.
All right, so we need to turn around and go back up to the second floor, I guess. And
Where we had the
cast detect
intersection.
magic. Yeah. Cast detect magic up there.
Okay. You guys walk around, and there is some. I'll say there's magical presences because I didn't realize how late this was, and there was supposed to be an event here. But does anyone have anything to do tomorrow?
Nope, I'm good.
I have
The Luskin game is tomorrow.
Yeah, the Luskin game, but besides that.
I have uni.
I've got medical tomorrow.
Okay, so I'll just out of character. When you guys got up here, one room was for who did we not do? So basically, one room was for Remus, where you guys were gonna fight a bunch of students from his school, and they're basically just prissy wizards that are just gonna try to beat you up with their quarterstaffs.
Okay.
And the bodies that they're using are just were gonna be the skeletons in the coffins.
Right.
And then the other room, you guys were gonna fight other bodies that were beating up Estra and his child. And then when you enter that room, you're supposed to fight them. But it's too late for that. So you sense residual energies, but you overflowed the specters below, and it's kind of released these spirits as well.
Okay.
That's good.
What happened to the skulls that we touched that had like red eyes? Are they like still glowing?
No, they lost their energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, if anyone was looking at them during the fight, basically every time you killed a specter, one of the skulls would return to just going back to being dim.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so we've searched around the bottom floor with detect magic. We searched around the top floor with detect magic, and we got some residuals from spirits and whatnot. There's no fat loot or anything.
Not up here.
Up here.
So there wasn't any fat loot down there.
Oh, what happened to the mirror that like Revjig shattered?
He threw it the fuck out down
He
the.
just he threw that in so many places that it's impossible to find them all again. Okay, we're gonna have to accept that that's gone and move on from there.
The funny part was all the saving throws that you guys made going into the place was meant for when you leave it.
Well.
So we're staying here forever?
No.
No.
Well, we did it. Yeah.
There's a reason why this place has no loot, but that's for me to know, and you guys.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, if we've searched everything and we've cast detect magic and all that kind of stuff, and there's no loot, there's no money, there's nothing like that, there's literally nothing for us to do.
Yeah.
So we should probably head back to Domina.
Domia.
Anhez.
Who?
Anhez.
Anhez.
Anhez. I don't know how to pronounce it. Let me show you guys instead, because that's just way easier. Look at this.
Oh shit.
Did you just divide by 0?
Holy shit. Oh my god.
So basically, you guys.
I got that joke.
Went from here, and then you guys went to Anhez.
Right.
It took you guys about 4 or 5 days to get to, and then you guys took 1 day to get out here.
All right.
And this is where the temple is, and then you're gonna go back.
All right. Can we go to Domina or Domia or whatever it is?
Domia?
Yeah.
Why do you want to go there?
Magical armor.
Okay. Well.
Because I'd like to try and find some magical armor.
Sure. So you head to Domia, and when you head to a tavern to kind of hit up the locals and ask them where you can find some magical items.
Mm-hmm.
And the high priest is there that sent you on that mission.
Right.
And he gives you all 200 gold.
Okay, cool.
And he says, "Thank you for clearing that area. You guys get some good rest. I have another place that I need to send you."
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Can't send me there tomorrow, dude. We gotta go fight this dragon and get our loot back.
He says, "Very well. I will let you return to Illumina then, and perhaps when you have more free time. This is, of course, very pressing, and I of course need Sariel to go, as her god, our god, demands it."
Well, I don't have a problem going. We'll just we got something to take care of.
How many days are we traveling back?
So it took you 6 days to get to that temple. It takes you a couple days to get to Domia. And it'll take you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to sail back to Illumina.
So 7?
So 7 and 13 total?
Yep. So it'll take you 13 days to go from there and back.
Okay.
And on top of all that, you guys gain 2 experience.
Hooray!
Oh, and the negative penalties that you guys had from this journey, you can remove those now.
Yay.
Thank you.
I don't want to have 10 speed for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that would kind of suck.
That would very much suck.
Well, so next game I might get my my next domain feat. That'd be cool.
Yay, level 6. It's a wonderful place.
I'm looking forward to it.
I need one frickin' experience. I need one experience to get to level 9.
Me too.
I'm sure you'll get it tomorrow when you fight the thing.
Yeah,
Oh.
I actually wanted to try and get it before we fought, so that I could actually use both of my spears, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
If we level up together.
Yeah.
Ah, isn't that awesome?
Really?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't get to go tomorrow. I've got uni.
Yep.
So
I'm busy all day tomorrow, sadly.
Yeah.
So, magical armor? Or-
make me an investigation check.
Okay. Anybody got guidance? Guidance?
Yeah, sure. I'll cast guidance on you.
Woo! Thank you.
I have like nearly every cantrip. I've got an absurd amount of cantrips.
Okay, that's a 32.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck? That's ridiculous.
Bullshit. How?
I have
call bullshit.
I have expertise, which doubles
How much
my.
you got to spend at least 100 gold as well,
Okay.
and you can spend up to 1,000 if you wish to give yourself +1 bonuses for every other 100.
I think 32 is going to get you pretty solid, man.
32. I'll spend 300 gold
Okay.
to make it an even 35. Get it even 35.
Yeah, that was kind of hurting my
35's
brain
odd.
just now.
Of course.
Yeah, that's way too late for this kind of math joke.
Let's subtract that money from there.
Roll me a 3d4.
3D4.
Or sorry, 1d4. 1d4.
Okay, 1d4. A 3.
All right. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay, so roll me a percentile dice.
All right.
This fucking list is huge. I think these are all rare items.
92.
You find a wand of binding.
A what?
A wand of binding.
The fuck is that?
I don't know, let me check. Looking at magic items makes me read.
This one does 7 charges following properties daily at dawn. You expend one of the charges. During the one, you can use an action to expend some of the charges to cast one of the following spells: Hold Monster or Hold Person. I was looking for studded leather armor +1 or +2.
Look, there's not always going to be +1 armor on the magic market, okay? You have to
I
roll.
understand. I understand. I understand.
And that's a rare item, as I thought it would be. So, you're not going to buy that?
No, I don't think it's gonna do me any good.
Well, then roll
Just
me-
out of curiosity, how much was it?
Roll me a d4.
A D4. 1.
He is going to sell it to you for 2,000 gold.
Oh.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, roll me another percentile.
Okay.
Let's see what's on the market today.
99.
Oh my god. What are these rolls, man? What are these rolls?
You are going to find a wand of wonder.
A
Or at
wand
least
of
that's what the guy
wonder.
Yep.
The fuck.
It has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to spend one of its charges to choose a target within 120 feet of you. The target can be a creature, object, or a point in space. Roll a d100 and consult the following table. There's a fucking lot of shit. If the effect covers an area, you must center the spell on and include the target. If an effect has multiple possible subjects, the DM randomly determines which ones are affected. It has 1d6 plus 1 expended charges and recovers 1d6 plus 1 charges every day at dawn. And
That's
if
so
you
cool.
use the last one, you roll a d20. If it's 1, it's destroyed, just like all the other ones.
That is so dope. I would totally buy
then-
this.
There is a fucking huge list of stuff. You cast slow, you cast fairy fire, you are stunned until
Yeah,
the
I'm
start of
reading
next
it.
turn. You cast gust of wind, you cast detect thoughts on the target.
Buy
Choose.
it. Buy it.
I like the whole cloud of 600 oversized butterflies fills a 30-foot radius centered on the target.
That sounds beautiful.
That one's good.
So,
No thanks.
What?
Nope.
Aww.
What?
well, I mean, Sariel is there if she wants to buy it.
How much is it?
Let's roll me a d4.
Okay. 3.
He's going to sell it for 4,000 gold.
No, Zariel can't afford that shit. All the money that she did have is locked up with the vault.
How much
Okay.
money do you have, Sariel?
Like 700. No, not even 680 gold. Solid. She hasn't been doing any work recently. She's been doing charity work.
And her boss kind of got possessed by a demon.
That as well.
So, one more percentile, and then that will be the end of your investigation check.
I have
Alright.
one question. Sorry. How do I rest like not out of UAG rules? Is that like
Huh?
my hit die divided by 2?
Outside of, it's half your hit dice.
So don't I have to roll for this? It's just always like my hit die is 10. It's always 5.
Yeah, so
Oh fuck! I rolled my
always
d10. Okay.
So roll me a con check while we are rolling for
I just wanted to heal.
the magic items.
Okay.
So one more roll.
What?
One more roll for the
Okay.
percentile dice.
Modified 20.
Okay, you don't pass out.
Oh no! Oh no! I already rolled 7 times for the con saves, like for the 7 days,
Okay.
and 4 out of 7 times I pass out.
The boat trip is a very exhausting trip.
Holy shit!
Okay, I got a 15.
15. Ooh.
So I would
Too
recover
bad you're not
20.
going to be rich enough to buy that.
Okay.
You come across an underground market that is selling some adamantine breastplate armor.
Okay.
That's gonna be some math. You don't have to check to see if it's fake because there's like 8 other fucking wizards and other warriors checking to see if it's fake.
Okay.
And you're waiting to see how much it costs. And it was, the price is fucking really expensive. And does anyone know breastplate's weight off by heart?
No.
5,000 pounds.
I believe it's 15, but I can check real quick.
It is 65 pounds for plate.
For breastplate.
Breastplate, not plate. Breastplate. Yeah, it's 20. Okay, so I was off by 5.
Okay, so this breastplate is going on for 300,000 gold.
Hooray! It didn't do me any fucking good. Okay. What's so special about it? Why is it 300,000 gold?
Adamantine never is like a super high commodity on Airywood. It's super rare. And it's
Oh, okay.
that's why it's nobody, you never see anyone wearing it. It's either mithril or silver.
Okay, I did not realize that. Well, that sucked balls. Oh well.
And unless anyone has anything else to do in
Oh, can I buy potions?
you gonna buy them all?
Yeah.
Of course.
Do you have a Ring of the Ram?
Dude, you'd have to search for it, and
All right, never mind. I'm good.
How much are they?
let me get the book out.
I'm sorry, you asked. I did the thing.
Healing potions, book prices, 50 gold.
And how many do they have?
How many
Seri-
can you afford? Domia is like the richest city in the fucking.
How many
world.
can I afford? Let's do some math here at like fucking 2 in the morning. Like,
How much gold do you have on your character right
wait, I can afford 55 of those.
Oh my god.
now? Okay. You have made a very rich, now very rich alchemist very happy.
No, I'm not gonna buy all of them. I would buy 30 of those. I still need like some money to eat and shit, you know?
Let me fucking repeat what I just said.
Yeah.
You've made an alchemist very happy.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
is that game?
Well,
That's
Yeah.
how many potions do I get? Like, what's going on here?
Just take 30.
people are trying to go to sleep.
I need to go like wash dishes and get ready to go.
Okay, I'm sorry. Good night.
Anyone else want to go shopping?
Yes, I want to
No.
go.
I think that was sarcastic. that was
I
that was a
know,
rhetorical question.
I know. But I had to
Okay.
throw it out there anyway just to mess with him.
You guys
So-
head back to Alumna.
Are we looking to do this in like a weekly, bi-weekly, monthly? Because this is part 1 and we're doing it again.
I will ask everyone. I will try to do it again at 9:30 then, and we'll see if everyone can make it.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, Aowen and Revjack are both kind of guests on this game, so hopefully I help them push their characters along. If they want to join in the next one, that's entirely fine.
Cool.
We'll definitely aim for next week.
Okay, the only thing that I would ask is if we're doing it next week, if we can back the time off a little bit, unless it's on a Friday or Saturday night.
Oh, to make it end a little earlier.
Is that, yeah, I've got work next week, like straight in the morning.
Well, I think the only reason why we said 6, well, we were going to do 6, but Sariel had an
I had appointments. Next week I have an appointment. I made it for 7:30, which is as early as I possibly can in the morning.
Okay.
I don't know what 7:30 my time is in whatever time zone you guys work in though. It's about
Well,
3 or 4 hours early.
How would 10 in the morning work? Instead of
me?
doing it at night. For, well, yeah, 10 in the morning would be nighttime for you, I think.
What's your time zone for them?
10 p.m. EST. Because I don't fucking wake up until 9 or 10. So.
So 10 a.m. EST to my time. That's 1 a.m. my time.
Well, I'm just working backwards instead of going later.
Yeah, it's okay.
I get home. I go to work at like 5 o'clock in the morning, so and I don't get home until about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Eastern time.
My appointment will be done by about 5 p.m. EDT.
Okay.
I think you can end the podcast at this point.
Yeah.
Everyone can hear our scheduling.
Sorry.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah, let's conclude this. Thanks everyone for joining. Hopefully, this didn't ruin too many people. Hope you had a
that
little
was just
fun.
emotional roller coaster. Fuck you.
Appreciate it.
And that's the game.
Thanks
Awesome.
for letting me play.
Thanks
Thanks for the players.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for
Alex.
anyone who
Thanks,
watched.
man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that was good.
That was
So this
straight right in the feels, dude. Right in the feels.
sucker punch.
Do you want me to level up Serena?
Why?
Because you got that token. And
Oh,
she
I'm
was one XP
stashing
away.
those for a rainy day. I think I've got 3, but anyways, see you guys. Have a
Token?
good night.